Hey y'all, how is everyone doing? Get y'all's booties in here on this porch. We've got to talk, pal. Part two of Carlos King's interview with Kenya Moore has indeed aired, and we must break it down. Y'all know we're gonna give her a fair one. We gotta keep it real. We know when she's full of crap, we got to keep it real, but we're gonna shoot her a fair one, okay? Everybody deserves a fair one, and that includes Kenya, okay? So y'all get on in here. We gotta break that down. Also, it's some other gossip that's gossiping, y'all. Tommie Lee from Love and Hip Hop, Crazy Tommie, honey, she took a drug test and she says she gonna prove that she was not snorting powder. She said she gonna prove it. That she wasn't snorting it. But we're gonna talk about why that might or might not have been the best move. Also, y'all hit the like button, thumbs up this video, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. Also, our sweet ShaCarri and her gold medal. I just felt like she deserved another spot on the thumbnail, and she deserved all of the things, all of the accolades, all of the attention. We're so proud of her. And I know a lot of us are sending her love and well wishes and positive energy and just praying that she continues to go onward and upward and all those beautiful things. And shout out to her haters too, because I feel like they motivated that beautiful young woman. So shout out to y'all. Y'all please hit the like button. Let me greet everybody who came in the room before I start running my big mouth, because y'all know I'm known to do it. Y'all know I'm known to do it. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit that like button. Thumbs up, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me see who in the house. Hey, it's my girl Serene. She said happy Tuesday, but she working. She working day and night. That's my sis Fly Gray Streak in the house. Yes, how you doing? The beautiful Bianca Edwards. She don't never tell y'all she working, but this young lady here be working her hips off. She say hit the like button. Go ahead, get your water, pop your headphones in. That's right. And don't y'all be laughing real loud and cackling on them people's job and then blaming me, because that's what y'all like to do. Okay. Hey, Virgin Love, how are you? Hey, it's Fifi ASP. She done went and got her crown, y'all. Show some love to Fifi. Hey, sis. How are you? We love you. Yeah, listen, give her a royal family welcome. Y'all know how we do. Hey, Leah. How you doing, girl? Destiny. Hello, hello. How are you? Yes, yes. So good to see you. I'm glad you've been sliding through. I know you had went MIA for a minute, girl. I can always tell when y'all schedules change up, because y'all have some stuff going on and you pop back up. I'm like, boy, them schedules be scheduling. Hey, Lily. It's my beautiful sister. Y'all don't know how much I love Lily. Lily makes me so happy. Y'all better go follow my sis too, because she is indeed the bomb. Y'all are hard pressed to find anybody as beautiful, as talented, as kind, or as magnanimous as my sister Lily. Hey, Nacho Twins mama, what's happening, girl? Hey, Hee Lel in the house. Hey, how you doing? Okay. All right. Who else up in here? Y'all hit the like button now. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Sweet beloved, how are you? Hey, Keisha Posey, what's up, Bookie? Yeah, she is very full of herself, but she said a couple things now. We're going to shoot her a fair one. We're going to shoot her a fair one. Lily say she love Kenya. I can't stand her too much, sis, but I understand you like her. Meg Scott in the house. Hey, how you doing, dear? Jacob Park, what's happening, nephew? It's good to see you, too. It's so good to see you. Lily say, okay, if she's selling it, going to court is best. She make them think she snorted, she'll be sent to rehab. Hopefully, that's what I was. Yeah, you going where I'm going with this, okay? You're going where I'm going with this. Donya Lee, hey sis. Hey, it's Alita. Hey sissy, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. As always, who else we got up in here? The beautiful and gorgeous Nisi Rose. The Ghanaian bombshell is in the house. All right. Bougie Champagne Crew Reviews. Girl, I like your name. Oh, you say I'm awesome? You pretty. I told y'all all the pretty girls come to the porch. I don't know what it is. It's like when I turn that porch light on, it must be like It's not the bat signal. It must be the fox symbol or something, because all the foxy ladies come to the porch. Everybody, all the girls, all the pretty girls, okay? We must have something out there like a bug zapper to hit them ugly heifers, because they don't be coming over. Let me quit playing. But I'm for real though. Hey, Tiffany J. You missed the last two, but you here right now, and we glad to see you. Hey, Angel Gamer. Got your cup of tea? And it's a great day in the UK. Well, girl, we wish it was gray over here. I am sitting in Louisiana. It is currently 100 degrees, and I've been told that we can expect a high of 104 today. I'm telling you, I could cook all sorts of pork dishes in the driveway. I'm talking pig knuckles, pig ears, and pig feet barbecued with onions over rice. I could probably barbecue some pork spare ribs out there. Hey, God's anointed daughter, I believe I could cook some neck bones and rice, all sorts of, delectables. Velda Sorrentino, hey, girl, where you been? Where your crown? We miss you. You've been gone so long. I'm telling you. Glad to see you. Angela Nichols, what's happening? Good to see you too. Who else we got up here? Journey B. Hey, you ready? You ready to go, huh? Mm-hmm. Hey, Angela Davis, y'all keep hitting that like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up. You at work? Okay, listen. Y'all don't y'all start that laughing, cackling, and hollering on them people job. Yes, girl. She tried to rewrite a lot of stuff. Y'all know listen, y'all know I got my notebook. I don't even know why y'all do this. Hey, Shalon Jones. Meg, you know I got my notebook. I take notes. Notes. Good notes, too. Oh, that's sweet. Love and peace to you, too. I love it. I love it. Girl, I don't know how I'm going to enjoy the sun trying to cook the skin off my back, but, the best way I can enjoy it, sis, is to stay out of the sun and to remain in the air conditioning. I think that is the safest place for a girl like myself. Okay? Shannon say, I'm here and you ain't say hey to me. Shannon, I did say hey to you. See that? You see how black folk do? I said hey to her up at the top, didn't I, y'all? Let me go back up here and see. I thought I said hey to you. I could have swore I did. Hey, Shannon. I might be the black folk in the wrong this time. I thought for sure I said hey to Shannon. What's happening? You know it's my head and not my heart. Because, girl, you know I love you. Okay. Ray all day. How you doing? Okay, got my sisters in the house. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Jacob said, let me close my office door so I don't get in trouble from laughing. Thank you. If y'all got a door on your office and you're not in a cubicle, shut it. Put your earphones in. Be trying to, try to be drinking water or your Coca-Cola or your coffee or something so y'all don't start laughing and cackling and stuff out loud. I don't know why y'all do that on them people's job. You know you can't do that. Brat's doll, what's going on? Rochelle, hey girl. All right. Look. Hey, you've been going through some things, but you still here. You still here. I was talking about that with somebody today. I had to go and take care of something early this morning. Well, I didn't have to go early, but y'all, I went early because I didn't want the sun to catch me out there and to roast my back off. You understand? Because I don't think I can take the pain. But I was getting some things done, and I stopped it by the grocery store. And there was a young lady in there, and she could tell that I was kind of hurting. My leg was hurting. And she was like, you look like you're in pain. I said, but I'm not going to complain. And she said, well, did you just hurt it? I said, no, this leg been hurting for over a year, actually. Okay. And so she was like, well, I can't believe you say you don't complain. I said, I don't. I told her, I didn't tell her I had no channel or nothing. I said, but I have people I talk to on a regular basis, and I almost never mention that pretty much every step I take, it hurts. And so she was like, well, I guess you be praying, but I don't think I could not complain. I'll be at the doctor's and this and that. And I said, girl, let me tell you something. My eldest sister, hey, Miss Nisi. I said, my eldest sister, Sylvia, before she passed, before the Lord took her from us, she ended up with her leg amputated. And I told the young lady that, I say, my sister, before God took her, she lost her whole leg. I said, so the fact that mine is hurting means that it's still attached. Because I ain't never, you know, experienced trying to get around with just one. So the fact that I still got both of them, I'm not going to complain because it hurt. And that's just to say, it doesn't matter what you're passing through. Just know that somebody would be real grateful to be in your position. The person who don't have a leg would be glad to have one there that just got a little pain in it. You get what I'm saying? The people that, you know, might have amputation. It might be somebody who's paraplegic that wish they just had the use of one of their legs, or they could feel them or something. So just, y'all don't get in the habit of complaining. Hey, Jay Stokes, another lovely on the porch. Hey, oh my days, don't get in the habit of complaining, because if you get in that habit of complaining, you're going to mess around and accidentally not be grateful for what you got. Now, I mean just that you're going to accidentally not be grateful for what you got. Oh, that's so sweet, darling. But listen, don't be sorry. My sister was saved, and we buried her back in 2016. 2016 is when God took Sylvia. And let me tell you something. We didn't do no hollering and screaming at her funeral, baby. We had church. It looked like a whole revival meeting. You hear what I'm telling you? Don't be sorry. I'll see her soon. Hopefully, later, but if it's sooner, that's cool too. Y'all got to get past this thing of thinking death is the end and it's the worst thing in the world. We miss people, but they not suffering. We are. Catch that. The people that leave us, they are not suffering. We are the ones suffering. We the ones still here paying bills. We the ones still here with hurt knees and backs. We the ones still out here battling with 104, 106 degree weather. We the ones still here dealing with robbers and killers and marauders. That's us, so it's all in how you look at stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be positive. You dig that? Hey, Vanessa Comagate, how you doing? My argument is, hey there. Wet them faces. Oh, I can dig that. But yeah, listen, I've lost a lot of folks. And I won't say lost like I don't know where they are. I know exactly where they are. But I've lost access to a lot of folks. I think that's the best way to say it. Okay? That's for real. That's for real. So y'all just be positive. And that's why we come on this porch. We're going to laugh, cut the food, and try to enjoy what's sometimes unenjoyable. Sometimes being here ain't enjoyable worth a dog. But we going to come here, laugh, try to enjoy what we can, enjoy each other. Y'all know how it go on the porch. Hit the like button. Show love to everybody. We're going to break down this interview, the part 2 of this interview with Kenya Moore. And I know she's a very polarizing figure. So I'm going to have to ask y'all, even if, somebody has an opposing opinion, y'all remember tongue and teeth fall out, kin folks don't. So no personal attacks, no personal comments. Talk about these crazy famous people that's on the screen, and we gonna leave, family still gonna be family. We can respectfully disagree. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. If you get real crazy, we're gonna put you in the reflection corner, let you think about what you said. But if you feel like you need to cuss, that's cool. This ain't Sunday school. Just misspell your cuss words, because I don't want no smoke with you too. Okay? That's all I'm trying to ask you. So let's get into this thing and what is going on with this interview and the other gossip that's happening. Now, let me tell y'all what else I said. Wait, let me grab a couple comments. Then I'm going to tell y'all what else I had seen. Okay? Jacob Polk, you say, love this encouragement. Reminds me of your Grave Dash video. Changed my whole perspective. Oh, okay. What say? I mean, hey, sometimes we have to encourage each other. I might need y'all to encourage me tomorrow. You don't know. Hey, Stella, you ain't lying, girl. We all got to go that way. Y'all hit that like button now. Thumbs up this video. We're going to get into it. That's right. Tell them, Brett Star. Tell them. Yes, Ray, we're going to dissect it. I'm going to tell y'all the other stuff I heard first so we can take our time and get into this. Yes, oh my days. You know I would give timeouts across the board because y'all be acting crazy in here and then blame it on me. Okay? You finally caught alive. Hey, Nina Ross, you be in here with us. You be in here with us. Say, I feel like I be in timeout. You probably will because you know you don't know how to act. You know. Oh, the video I did on Kevin Samuels. What are you doing in between the dash? Yes. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Because I was sure trying to remember what I say. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm not one of them folks that sit down. I take notes on shows, on interviews, so I can keep track of what was said so we can talk about what the people said. But when I'm running my mouth and I'm just talking, y'all, I'm coming off the cuff and from the heart. I'm just talking how I feel in that moment. So sometimes when y'all refer to something, I'll be like, what I said? And sometimes even during the same live, y'all be getting at me about stuff like, Nitra, why you say that? And I don't, honestly, 5 minutes later, I will not know what I said to you. So sometimes y'all have to remind me, and I appreciate that. Yes, what you're doing between the dash, you have to focus on what you do between that dash because, baby, you got to preach your eulogy while you alive. Can't nobody allow you into heaven. Mm-hmm. Hey, happy to be happy. We happy you made it. Happy Tuesday. Oh man, we did. We had a good time last night in the middle of the night at the last minute. I called Bianca and told her, girl, I'm finna go live. She said, I got your back. I said, well, let's ride then. Let's ride then. And she rode in here with me. Y'all hit the like button. Now, let me tell y'all what has done went down. First of all, the little clear boy that was organizing the fire festival. Now, I think they said he went to jail and had to pay back some money or whatever. You know what Ja Rule had them people on that island, and the one boy had to do something strange to get some bottled water. You know, the fire festival. Well, baby, he said he finna do the fire festival too. And the ticket's gonna be as high as $7,999. Y'all, when I tell y'all how I screamed, the scream that I scrumped, when I read that, I said, oh, he a fool. He a whole fool. Now, the only question is, who in the world is gonna be stupid enough to go to the fire festival after what happened the last time? When that young man said he had to sing karaoke for some bottled water, I said, oh, hell no. I ain't going out. Why would I go somewhere like that? You couldn't have offered me that ticket for free. You couldn't have paid me to take that ticket and go nowhere. So I would love to know who in the world is going to give them $7,000 and risk being stranded, starving, dehydrated, and possibly in a situation of extorted karaoke. I don't want nothing to do with it, but I thought it was funny to me. It was funny to me. Velda said it may as well be 100,000 for as she concerned. I ain't mad at you, girl. I ain't mad at you, girl. It was too much. I said not the fire festival too, and he got the nerve to say too, like this is an anticipated sequel. Who the hell was anticipating part 2 of this? Hey. Oh, my dad said, yep, Fire Festival. Again, dude is grifting. Serving folks cold cheese sandwiches on dry Wonder Bread. Honey, if they get that, I wouldn't go. Hell, the first one was terrible. So what the sequel gonna be like? The sequel, they might have them out there like Cool Hand Luke digging rocks and stuff. Yes, the food was prison food. Yes, God. Yes. It was given Lowell Correctional. It was given a lot of things that it ought not to have been given. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. A lizard done got in my house, and I'm too old to catch it, so I'm probably gonna have to kill it. This is crazy. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. I wonder how it happened. Maybe I left the door open too long this morning. Say the only high selling tickets I've seen are Beyonce tickets. Nobody's giving him $7,000. He's a fool, scammer. I guess he said. I guess he figured If he can get about 3 or 4 strange clear people to give him that money, the $7,999, then that'll be the same as a bunch of people buying them for $12 and $24 and $50 and stuff. So maybe that's what he got in mind. I don't know, but I thought it was funny, sis. I'm like, who in the world is going out there? He say he better have Beyonce, Prince, and Michael Jackson headlining for $7,000. Girl, if he can get Michael Jackson and Prince up there, I'm going. I'm telling you right now, I'm going. Yes, you big dummy. Lord, Leah say, burn it, Lord. Leah want me to turn to a fire starter. Just burn my house down, Jesus. Leah, I'm not finna burn my house down by no lizard. You know I'm from the state of Florida. I ain't scared of nothing now. Y'all know I ain't scared of nothing. Lily say, oh, heck no, lizard, get it. Listen. When I was younger, I would catch them because I hate to do that to them because they don't really bother nobody. But I done got old now. My legs bad. I can't, there's no way I can catch the little fella. I would like to be able to help him. I don't want to have to, send him to the upper room. Yes. I don't want to have to do that to him. Yeah, he bold. He bold. You know what it is? I think that heat got him running. Uh-oh, TC Banks in the house. Yes. Yes, now. Sure will. Whole can. Because I can't catch him no more. Lily say, you too, if he can get Michael, Prince, and Beyonce, heck yeah. Oh, Lord. See, this is the thing. I really don't like to do that. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mr. Fire Festival. That's who you mean. But yeah, honestly, I feel bad for the little lizard. I ain't want to have to do him in. I didn't. Hey, DV. Oh, you just finished the meeting. You just in time. But yeah, child, the Fire Festival is he said he coming back for the sequel. I don't know if he promising y'all that or if that's some kind of threat. It may be a threat. It may be a threat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're accustomed to lizards. It be happening. Uh-oh, Miss Sparkle is here, our resident Mary Kay lady. Listen, and this is the thing. You know what's going on? It's so hot out there. They're trying to find somewhere to go because it's so hot that they probably can't take it out there. That's why I say I really feel bad, y'all. I do. You be out the house in your drawers and all. I ain't, girl, please. Now that's what we not gonna do. If they come near me, I'm just gonna grab you up and shoot you out the door. But I'm not scared of you, and you ain't big as my hand. You say send the twins, they love catching them. My mama used to make us catch them because she was scared of them. She did. That lady was so scared. You like when they do the push-ups. So yeah, so Fire Festival 2. In case y'all was wondering, if I find out where he is selling the tickets, I will make sure that you all are aware so y'all can get y'all tickets. Okay. Miss Sparkle. Leah says she need the information. Bianca, do you have Miss Sparkle's website information so that Leah can get her Mary Kay on? Because she got some new colors and new products and lip liners and eyeliners and stuff that you might want to jump on, honey. It's new and apparently it's popping. Lord, Lily, you say you used to catch them and throw them at people? Nah, I ain't do that. We did put a frog in Miss Ruth's mailbox that time with them firecrackers, but I ain't never thrown no lizard at nobody. Hey, Couture Babe. So listen. If you can't find it, Bianca, I'll find it. I'll find it. And Miss Sparkle, if you don't mind, you can send me if you send it to me in a link, I can put it in the chat a lot easier. Hey, BJ Dez. Okay, thank you. Virgin Love said I can't do lizard snakes. Nope, gotta move. Yeah, I don't care nothing about that. It ain't in my nature to care nothing about that. Y'all know I'm a real Florida girl. I don't care nothing about a snake, nothing about a lizard, honey. At all. at all, I can guarantee you it would not be in their best interest to come bothering with me. You not big as me. You not mean as me either. So it's just one of them things. On my day say Ja Rule, be pleased. Hard head make a soft butt. So he didn't learn this the first time. His name is Trash, by the way. It was Ashani who was the talent. Mic drop. I mean, but Ja Rule ain't got nothing to do with the sequel. And he didn't have a lot to do with the first one. They just put his name there to kind of get people to come out. Hey, Forever Brown Sugar 21. All right. Leah, this is the link right here. Thank you, Nacho Twins Mama. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. And matter of fact, that's for anybody. If you're looking for your Mary Kay, if you need your time wise, your satin lips, your satin hands, you need you some bad lip color, some mean eyeshadow. If you need you a bronzer, if you need some mint bliss, if you need, that's the stuff you rub with. You need this the stuff that soften your skin, all that stuff. She got all that stuff. Go to this right here, hit that link, and you can get hooked up. Okay, that's how you gonna get hooked up. So now, the other thing I saw, y'all, let's talk about Tommie Lee real quick before we get to Kenya. All right. So Tommie Lee said she's going to take a drug test because she's going to prove that she didn't snort no powder, and y'all playing with her, and she was gonna prove it. And she's, she's on a rampage. So she's gonna do the hair follicle. So y'all can't say that she's done it and everything. And it's like, okay, girl, we knew you to be a drunk. It's not the end of the world. You don't snort powder. That's wonderful. I think it's admirable to not snort powder, even though I grew up in Florida. That's part of our culture. I ain't gonna, anybody say different is playing with you. Okay. So that kind of stuff don't really excite me anyway. However, Tommie Lee might want to pipe down because the charges they had her on was sale, delivery, and attempt to sell. So they didn't have her on usage. They said they basically saying she's a dealer, or maybe she was trafficking for somebody because it does have delivery in there. So me personally, I'm trying to figure out why in the hell is Tommie Lee doing the work for the state attorney down there in Dade County? Why are you trying to do their job for them? Them people is going to put you under the jail, girl. They said they charged you with the felony for sale, delivery, and attempt. They ain't said nothing about use. So her going online trying to defend herself to social media, she gonna make the case for the goddamn prosecution. See, this is what happened. This is why I say social media gonna get people messed up. This fool is up here making a case. Don't that dummy know? All she had to do was shut the hell up. Let social media work in her favor. She act like a nut job anyway because she's a whole drunkard, as we know. All she had to do was say, yep, got a little problem. Give me a little rehab. Let a girl go. Instead, you down there in the state of Florida where they use that point system, and you got a whole cocaine possession, a whole powder possession charge, and you wasn't smart enough to say, oh, I just got a little problem, let a girl get a little rehab, me a little tap on the wrist, I'm a TV personality, whatever. No, this fool gonna prove their case for him. Nope, I don't use. So y'all was right. I was finna sell it. What? Oh, Tommie Lee. Oh, Tommie Lee. I knew she wasn't smart, y'all, but this is extra. This is extra. Y'all hit the like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up. So look, all that being said, ShaCarri got her goal. We're going to read a little bit more about that later, but let's go and get into this interview because I know y'all ready to get into it, and I'm not going to hold you. We're going to go and get into it, and I'm not going to hold you. All right? Lily, what you say? My down south country butt no better than to snitch on myself. Tommie, shut up. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why Tommie won't shut up. I can't imagine for the life of me why Tommie Lee won't hush up. It's just not making sense. It's not making a lick of sense at this point. Not to me. Not to me. I'm not the smartest girl in the world, but this is just stupid. This is just stupid. at this point. So, anywho, into the interview with part 2 of the interview with Carlos King and Kenya Moore. Okay. So with hers, I didn't hang on every single word. I did get most of the main events bullet points so that we can break it down, dissect it, and just talk about what was said. And like I said, we're going to shoot this girl a fair one. Okay. We're going to give her a fair shot. We're going to get all her points out. I know y'all going to come for her. She should have known that too with some of the stuff she was saying, but we still going to give her a fair shot. LEL said, wait, she thought she think tinkling in a cup on IG stories was going to save her. Child, she did a hair follicle test. She going to prove that she wasn't using when she really need to be saying she was using. Okay, you got the website pulled up. That's what's up. And anybody else who need Mary Kay, y'all hit that link. Virgin Love says she from Jersey. She think it's the same law. Oh, what an idiot. Yeah, no, baby, that's the Sunshine State, and they love putting you in prison down there. They love putting you in prison. And if she get the wrong judge, he gonna go out of his way to put her in prison. She might want to be careful. T Dollar, hey boo. I don't. That's stupid. That's what I'm saying, T Dollar. Black people need to stop this nonsense with social media. Social media gonna mess y'all up. You can't be so concerned with what Negroes is saying on social media that you mess yourself up in a court of law. That don't make sense. You trying to prove something to a bunch of Negroes you don't even know. This judge finna know you real good, and so is the DA. Like, I don't know. Stupidity is just, it's free, but I swear it's costly. So look, let's get into the interview. Right. She gonna end up with a stiffer punishment proving she wasn't using. It's so much cheaper when you just say it was me, I was using it, I need a little rehab, need a little help. Saying I think cops didn't actually find coke, she might sue them. You can't sue the police for charging you with what they have. And let me tell you something, as somebody who worked in law enforcement, you can end up in prison. And it don't have to be that you had the actual drug itself. You could have had paraphernalia and you can still get a charge. So she, like I said, she's being very stupid. She needs to get her a good lawyer and listen to him. That's the smartest thing she can do right now. That the smartest thing she can do for herself is get a very good lawyer and actually listen to him. Hey, Daphne. You better tell her. Them people ain't target her. But she sure need to listen to her lawyer and quit making the DA case for him. It's not smart at all. So part 2 of this interview, bump Tommie Lee with her slow self, because some people you can't help. So we start off part 2 of this interview with Carlos King and Kenya Moore with the topic of Apollo Nida. I feel like that was a very, very, very good place to start, because that whole situation, that whole debacle with her and Apollo actually did color a lot of people's judgment about her. Okay, some of us was already like, okay, what's she gonna do? How this gonna go? That whole situation was, it didn't look good for her. I'm gonna just be honest. It didn't look good for her. And so I must say, I was very interested in hearing her account of the situation. And I grabbed my pen. I put pen to pad. Y'all hit the like button for me, y'all. Thumbs up, okay? Put pen to pad because I really wanted to get the details of what actually occurred. Now, she started off Phaedra, and I wanted to know what happened with this Apollo situation, which was interesting. She started with Phaedra and them being on the Arsenio Hall show, and Phaedra told everybody on the Arsenio Hall show what Apollo told her, which was that he saw Kenya in LA at a party. Hey Juan, what's up, bro? Yeah, her memory show gone because baby, she was revising her tail off. I mean, I can dig it. A lot of people don't like her, but we still gonna give her a fair shake now. We're gonna give her a fair shake and we gonna just, just the facts. That's right. Tell them, Jazzy J. Tell them, Jazzy J. We should have 122 likes. We sure should. There's no reason we shouldn't. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had an old lady moment. Whew. Y'all, I'm out of breath. I thought I could catch that thing. I tried. Oh, I tried. I did. Y'all should have seen me. Grease lightning. Woo! Y'all should have seen the girl. She was moving, y'all. Oh, she was moving. Whew. Now her old tail is tied, Jesus. But I tried. I gave it all I had, y'all. Whew. I tried to catch the lizard. I did. Y'all like this video for my cardio. Okay, like the video for my cardio. Whew. Now back to Kenya. Back to Kenya, y'all. So, what she said was, hold on. Whew, okay. Problem solved. Not the way I would have liked, but problem solved. Now back to Kenya's matter. Apollo, Phaedra, Arsenio Hall, and what Apollo told Phaedra. Okay? Whew, hey Ashley. You got an A? All right. Yes. T Dollar, what'd you say? I feel you. Yes. Y'all hit the like button. I done wore myself out. You say I better what? You better get I ain't open no window. The windows of heaven have been opened. If you understand what I'm saying. So look, Jesus, where's my fan? I done been working. Have mercy. So anyway, that Apollo told Phaedra that he saw Kenya at a party, and girl, I am not gonna poison myself. Where you come up with that from? I am not. So listen, say he saw the girl at a party in LA. He said that Kenya followed him to his hotel and asked him if she could sing karaoke for him. Now that's what he alleged. All right? He alleged that. And Phaedra repeated what he said. Now, she said she ain't never seen Apollo outside of taping. And I'm going to tell y'all right off the bat, I know Kenya lied a whole lot, but I believe her on that one. Don't ask me why, but I do believe her. She says she's never seen that man outside of taping. And I want to go on record as saying I absolutely believe that she's telling the truth about that. I believe her. I believe her. I feel like Apollo is a crook and a liar, a big one. And I do recall him admitting that he lied about that. I remember that. Now, my memory ain't always the best, but I do recall that. Okay? Brat's doll said Kenya did not have relations with Apollo. No, she didn't. But not only that, I believe her when she said she's never seen that man outside of taping, and that she absolutely did not see him in LA at no party and follow him and offer to sing no karaoke. Okay, she said that did not happen, and I believe her. I do. Hey, Clyde. So don't y'all come for me with that. Okay? I know y'all like to get me with stuff like, I know you don't believe. I believe her. Because I do recall that he did indeed apologize to her for telling that lie on her. I remember that. Okay? Now, T Dollar say I love Kenya, but this one situation where she played along for TV, and I think she knew that and was okay with it until it went too far. I believe that too, to a certain degree. I'm going to tell y'all what I think in a minute. You say you saw Apollo in the background of Beyond Scared Straight. Lord, girl. Say, remember before Kenya came on, Phaedra's storyline was so boring. No, it wasn't. Now, that ain't true worth a darn. That ain't true. Phaedra was phony and ridiculous. And this was the girl lying about when her baby was due. She absolutely wasn't boring. She was a mess, but she was not boring. Absolutely not. But back to Kenya, okay? Because this is about Kenya. We're going to give her moment and her due. Now, she says that she thinks Phaedra knew it was a lie. Now, this is where I'm looking at her a little funny, okay? And the reason I say that I'm looking at her funny with this is because if Mark had came and told her anything, even if on the inside she felt like it wasn't true, she'd have been clinging on to it for dear life as well. Hey, MJ. Now, that's what I truly believe in my heart. She'd have been clinging and hanging on to that for dear freaking life. So, to me, it's real hypocritical and silly to be upset with a wife for believing her husband, or at least deluding herself that my husband is telling the truth. when you would have done the same thing. According to her, she believed that Mark liked her. And we all know that man did. You know what I mean? I just was like, uh-uh. Yeah, I never said she was fabulous, but she wasn't born. And again, we talking about Kenya. Shanna say, but while they was taping, she was flirting with that man, and that's why people believed it. That was the next thing I was going to get to. The reason why it was believable, the reason why, he was able to tell a lie like that and make it go was because of the fact of how she conducted herself with that woman's husband. That's exactly why people were apt to believe it. Hey, Dora. Now that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Meg Scott say Phaedra was a liar, but definitely not boring. Absolutely. Yeah, she wasn't boring at all. What's up, silly boy 12? What's happening? Listening on your way to work. All right. Hey, Nikki. Yeah, he said that to hurt Phaedra. Right. And Phaedra was emotional and ran with that bull crap. I think on the inside, she might have felt like she couldn't trust what he was saying, but I think she wanted to be able to trust what he was saying, even though it really hurt her and stung her. Now, Virgin Love say Ken made the show very dark and evil, and I'm used to ATL being fun. Yeah, the show, a lot of the fun left when Kenya arrived. It did. She did bring that dark element, but for whatever reason, I think it's fair to say that the producers may have wanted a villain element, and maybe that's what they told her to play to. But I don't know whether they told her to do that or whether that was just her. Because according to her in this interview, she said everything was authentic. And I don't know if she really should have took that stance, considering how people see her because of this show. But that's neither here nor there, and then none of my business. Velda say she did all that flirting at that pool. Yes, she did. Lord knows she did. Hey, Miss Nisi say I believe her, but it was the flirting with him, questioning people. Yes, it did. It did put a lot of questions in people's minds. Okay. T Dollar say Phaedra is good in confessionals and reunions, but in the scene she never really give it. She's just a mess. She was a mess, and she was an entertaining mess. But anyway, we're talking about Kenya. T Dollar, you're not that new. We talking about Kenya. Anyway, she says that Carlos said that Apollo admitted to him it was a lie first, and that he encouraged him and told him, you said this, and it's been said on camera on national TV. You need to apologize to this girl on national TV. You need to be out in the open with the truth, like you was when you told the story. You know what I mean? And I feel like Carlos was absolutely correct. Hey, Catherine Bennett. He said exactly the fun shade left when Kenya came. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was childish and dark and nasty after that. But, some people like that. So, anywho, so he told him that, say the man was like, it was a few times he tried to say it, but he was just acting like he was scared to say it. Personally, I feel as though if you got the nerve to lie on somebody, how dare you be nervous, bashful, or sheepish when it's time to clear up your lie? Because first of all, if we're going to be very clear, who asked you to lie on that lady? Kenya did put herself in that position. Granted, she ain't had no business flirting with nobody's husband. It ain't cute. It ain't funny. Maybe she thought it was cool. Maybe she thought, ooh, this would get up under her skin. That ain't how you do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, regardless of that, you don't lie on nobody. I didn't like that. And so Carlos said when he tried to get Kenya to come out there because Apollo wanted to talk to her, she said she felt like it was a setup and she didn't want to walk into it. And Carlos eventually got her out the door. And then like the 5-minute scene that we saw, according to Carlos King, that took almost 30 minutes because he was hemming and hawing and, oh, I'm sorry for what I said. And Kenya wanted him to be explicit about what he did. And I approve of that. I absolutely approve of that. And I feel like he absolutely needed to be explicit Because the fact that you told a lie with all these elements and details and twists and turns and a whole cliffhanger at the end about karaoke, you need to be just that explicit when you're clearing up the lies you told. It's stuff like that why I would never see it for Apollo. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. With his little yellow self. Ray Ray all day saying her confessionals about how fine Apollo was very disrespectful to that failed marriage. Well, I mean, but it wasn't failed at the time. And that was extremely disrespectful. She ended up saying the same thing about Ralph, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. But can you need to watch stuff like that? She think it's cute or funny or like, oh, this, or, you know, it's something for me to say that somebody else's husband look good or fine or all that. She need to leave that kind of stuff alone. You got to watch that, you know, because it makes people see you a certain way. And I really wanted to give her a fair shake when it comes to this interview because I want to understand where she's coming from. Like I said, the first part one of this interview, she gave me about 5 to 10 minutes of where she coming from. And so I really want to understand also how we may have misunderstood her. Since Carlos King says she's the most misunderstood. And I feel like if these things are indeed misunderstandings and not your true intentions, that's how you got misunderstood. We just have to watch how we do things. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do stuff like that. Virgin Love say, that's in her. I know someone who knows her and she has to be the only pretty woman in the room. Yep, I've heard that about her too. From somebody who knows her. I've heard that about her. And she gets real competitive and silly. And I think that goes back to her childhood. But again, we're not going there. That was part one. Jazzy say, yes, she be just as loud and proud with the truth as they are when lying. They need to be. And I'm never gonna see it for him because I felt like it's bad enough that you lied on this woman, but the type of lie that you told, the type of lie, there were so many things he could have said. Why would you say something so vile? Why would you say something so vile? Like that will never make sense to me. T Dollar say, yeah, I understand Kenya being hurt about being lied on, but she played into it. I gotta hold my girl accountable. Yeah, she absolutely played into it. She absolutely did. But just because you put yourself in a bad situation, I want to be crystal clear. That gives nobody, especially a man, the right to tell a lie like that on a woman. That was disgusting. My argument is that King was not explicit to Portia when she took responsibility for her part in the incident. No, she was not. And one incident, another incident. We talking about in this particular instance, my argument is in this particular instance, Apollo absolutely needed to be explicit because of what he said about a woman. That was disgusting. Like, I'm sorry. You don't say nobody was offering to sing no karaoke for you. How dare you? Virgin Love say, no, she wants to be the only pretty woman in the room. Yeah, she do. She do. Forever Brown Sugar say, Apollo enjoyed all that flirting from Kenya, and he was trying to see just how far he could go with this lie. He wanted his wife and Kenya to fuss over him. I definitely believe that, and I also believe, like one of our sisters said earlier, he also wanted to hurt Phaedra. He knew Phaedra would be hurt by hearing something like that, and so he said it. Fifi says she had me for a hot second, then lashing out at Marlo with the moment was gone. Not sorry. Yeah, but you know we stay in order around here because y'all be all over the place. Hazeline, what Nikki say? Nikki said she was actually throwing Candy Cruz under the bus by spinoffs and rolling her eyes. Yes, she was, but we ain't got there yet. Hey, DS, listen, I'm gonna quit taking notes if y'all gonna try to drag me all over the country. Okay? Literally, I'm telling you, he wanted to hurt Phaedra with that. And I believe that's why he did it. But what got me was Kenya's insistence on making it about Phaedra. I'm like, what is wrong with you? This man lied on you and said something that nasty, but in the end, while she talking with Carlos, all of her vitriol was for the woman. You were lied on. She was lied to by the same piece of trash. And somehow The woman is your biggest issue. Kenya got some deep-seated stuff going on. That's all I'm gonna say about that. She got some deep-seated stuff. Then we get to Carlos actually alluding to the fact that Phaedra implicated him in that candy rumor. And I'm sorry, Carlos, but I do believe you might have had something to do with that. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you innocent, but I don't know. I don't know. Couture Bay said Kenya couldn't contain that tongue and never took accountability. She didn't, and she couldn't. She's completely out of control. Hey, Dreamer. Y'all do that to me all the time, Fifi. Y'all be doing that to me all the time. That's okay. I try to keep my finger on my spot, and then like the notebook I have now, Royal Crown Ambassador, our hospitality secretary, chair lady. She gave me this one. I got it off, but she had it and I liked it, and she gave it to me. And this one has like a bookmark. So I kind of keep my bookmark where I am, so that way when y'all start skipping all over the place, I can still hold my spot. Okay, I'm ready for y'all now. Brass Doll say when you are male identified, that's what happens. Yes, that's exactly what happens. The woman is the villain, no matter what. A man done lied on you, but a woman is your problem. It's crazy. It was crazy to watch that happen. But anyway, they start talking about Portia and her saying that she don't have nothing against Portia. And I'm like, child, really? Okay. T Dollar say probably because Apollo apologized and Phaedra never did. Why the hell should Phaedra apologize? At the end of the day, let's be objective and let's be real. If that was Phaedra's husband and you flirting with Phaedra's husband then tells a lie on you after said flirtation in front of the entire world, okay, then the wife believes him repeat what he said. Instead of you being mad with him who lied on you and didn't even really want to apologize, had to be made to like a little kid, you want the wife to apologize to you who was flirting with her husband, and y'all started this mess. You and the husband started it, but she owe you an apology. Listen, I don't know if y'all on that good stuff or the bad stuff, but that don't make no sense to me. My argument is Apollo basically said he cheated on Phaedra with Kenya. That's exactly what he was saying. In my humble opinion, he was trying to allude to that, or to at least give the feeling of that to Phaedra. He wanted to hurt Phaedra. That's really all that was. Couture Bay say Kenya wanted Apollo too. That's the real gag. I think so, but I do believe he just flat out lied on that girl. He didn't have to do that. Tiwana Daniels say it's like she all upset because they seem to be phasing her out like they did Nene. They all conspired against Nene because they were threatened. Exactly, and she was absolutely a part of that of that minutia. Now, you know, we crying them tattoo tears. That's just how that goes. And also that sperm bait read hit my sis Kenya soul. It shoulda. And Phaedra slid that read in right after Kenya got her hair pulled and wasn't saying much. Phaedra got her at her weakest moment. Girl, child, who cares? Who cares? You go flirting with somebody's husband, however that woman come at you, she come at you. You gonna live. You gonna live. And the lesson for the day tomorrow and next week, next year, and next month, hell, next decade, is when a man is married, stay out his face. That's the lesson. Ray say, I don't believe Kenya like Portia. Kenya says she likes the smart, beautiful women on her team. Right. And she absolutely does not believe that Portia is smart. Now, Portia might not be book smart, but, you know, by the looks of things, she moving a little bit smarter than Kenya's, you know, when it comes to certain stuff. Now, I'm going to just say that. You know, at least in the men department, it looks that way. Couture Bay say, come at me, I'm not taking the high road. Right, you go bothering somebody's husband, that woman don't owe you no high road. She don't owe you no apologies. She don't owe it to you to soft pad you, to guard your feelings, to have no sympathy for you. What's she supposed to have for you? Nisa said, I don't know if I believe Kenya when she said she has nothing against Portia. I don't believe that either. It came out very insincere. I'm just being honest. It came out very insincere. She always gets this weird look on her face, and she changes the tone of her voice when she's delivering. I call it those pageant answers. You say I'm saying Diva, that's why she felt that way about Phaedra. You know why she felt that way about Phaedra? Because she has a hard time taking accountability. You knew that what you did where that woman and her husband was concerned was completely out of line. So a person with common sense and some sort of emotional maturity would have understood why that woman addressed you that way. You wouldn't be holding a grudge behind somebody reacting to to your shenanigans. But somebody who reasons like a child would think that way. Oh, baby, Portia show smarter than Fallon. Oh, God, you better say that, sis. Angel Gamer say the flirting episode was so uncomfortable to watch. Kenya was so wrong. Sure was. Sure was. Zelene say she just want her on the show so she can drag her. Right. She needs somebody to attack. We've seen what happens when Kenya doesn't have anybody to attack, or the person she wants to attack doesn't play into it. She falls flat. That's just what that is. But anywho, then she made a statement, y'all. She said, in my head, if she could switch places with me in my head, I feel like Portia would have wanted me to be big sis. No, she wouldn't. Ain't nobody alive want you to be their big sister that's in their right mind. But the fact that she knows that she calls Nene big sis, it vexes her. She right back to that competition stuff. And it's like, come on, Kenya, this was your opportunity to let us know you. And then again, maybe this is her. Maybe she really is letting us know who she is. Somebody who wants to compete with other women on every level. You even want to compete for the relationship that Portia has with Nene, even though you know you don't like Portia. You willing to pretend to like Portia to try to compete for who could be the best big sis for Portia. Girl, listen. Whatever they doing to her on this show, I feel like it's affecting her emotionally. And I'm just going to be honest the way I see it. I feel as though in this interview, we saw Kenya. I'm accustomed to Kenya with her little kind of snarky nastiness here and there. But I think we saw a very different Kenya in that she seems to be agitated by the things that are happening to her on that show. And I think it's affecting how she's reasoning. Because normally, she do lie a lot. And I know she does a lot of competing and says like little jealous, nasty, snarky stuff here and there. But it was like Kenya usually know how to be fake a little bit in the moment. And it's like she wasn't able to really sell that fake like she normally do. I don't know. Something seemed off to me. That's all I'm saying. Something seemed off about her energy. And I think that whatever's happening on RHOA right now, I think it's really affecting her. If we being honest, feelings out of it, I think it's affecting her. DV said, I tried to give Kenya the benefit of the doubt, but she's just a mean girl. I want to say at this point, I get what y'all saying. Definitely she has that type of energy, but I think it's more to it. And I'm not making excuses for y'all know good and well I would not. But I believe that there's more to it. Couture Bay say the fact that she said Portia wasn't a chocolate girl when she is speaks volumes. Yes. I hadn't even got that far. Y'all be on me, boy. I'm keeping up. Woo, I'm keeping up. She did say that, she kept saying Portia's like a little sister, we've never heard her call her a little sister. Yeah, them pageant answers. And it's like when she got to the Portia segment, her voice changed. She got that stiff face situation going. I don't know why she does that. But every time she does that, you're about to get a pageant answer. So she gave pageant answers and then straight to the tomfoolery. Tawana said, Kenya said she was supposed to be the big sister to Portia, but that's Nene also. If she liked Portia so much, why she keep bringing up the Bolo situation? Right, when we know ain't nothing happened. It's just, it was a lot. T Dollar say Portia's been saying nice things about Kenya in the media this past year. Well, yeah. Yeah, to be honest, we've never really heard Portia get in the media and drag nobody. Like, that's just not her persona. Now, if she's that way behind closed doors, we'll never know. But that's not her persona. Tiwana say, you just said what I typed. Ben, you mentioned it. Okay. You might have to clarify. I can't figure that one out. Zelene say Kenya is sneaky and can't be true. I understand, but we gotta break down what she said. Yeah, always seemed that way. And it's sad. Everything y'all say, I agree. Lily says she feels mistreated. She does, and it's coming out, Lily. It's coming out that she does feel mistreated. Absolutely feels mistreated, and I think she feels like she's going out bad. I think she feels like she's going out and she's going out bad. She's not going out like, well, you see, she keep comparing herself to other ladies, all the way down to Nene's relationship with Portia. And I think that if she could have went out the way Nene went out, with fans boycotting and being that lady that everywhere she goes, she breaks the internet, and she didn't go out like that. She's not going out like that. She going out bad. And I feel like, how do I word this without sounding ridiculous? I do not feel sorry for her, but I can understand why she feels like she feels. Does that make sense? I'm not saying that I sympathize with how production is doing things, because they're literally using her words against her. Like on Sunday when she said, "Oh," to Martell with the fake apology that was so awkward and forced, and then she says, "Well, I mean, I never cursed at you." And production immediately rolled that beautiful bean footage. So I can't say I'm sorry for that, because this is what you did. You know what I mean? But I also see that y'all never did that before. Like, this girl done lied a million times. Y'all ain't never did this. And it's like, when it's this season, and I've said it before when we were watching this mess from the beginning, this season it appears that where Candy and Kenya are concerned, they're not letting them get away with nothing. And you gotta wonder, what is Bravo up to? Like, anybody with a brain at this point is wondering, what the hell is Bravo up to? She's like, what, a half a shade lighter than Kenya? Y'all really be pushing it with the chocolate. You're really pushing it. I'm more caramel colored than Portia. They're both brown ladies. Like, I think that was the point that Carlos was making. But the fact that Kenya felt the need to differentiate was just weird. I don't know. Lily says she used to be mean and I didn't like her back then, but now, yes, Queen Kenya. Kenya and Portia do things together with the kids in Atlanta. I mean, yeah, but I'm just not buying all that. I'm not. My argument is she wants to treat Portia like a puppet the same way she treats Yon Yetta. Uh-huh. Right. And it ain't working. DS say the way Kenya keeps pushing the Bolo thing on others makes me think she got rolled up by Lord. DS, you want to organize the chairs in the corner? You want to organize the chairs? T Dollar say, I think Portia still feel a way about Marlo. Probably. Who knows? Oh, you said she mean I read her mind. Okay, thank you, boo. Because I be lost sometime. I can translate good, but I miss. Oh, say the big sister, little sister thing. You mentioned what I was saying the same thing. Okay, gotcha. Okay, great minds think alike. We was rolling. Yes, and I don't understand. It's no reason. It's no reason. I feel like on her own merit, she is enough. When you start that comparison stuff, you never win. And the reason you never win with comparison is, as fabulous as you are, you will never be a better version of that person than them. And that's where you lose. She'll never be a better Nene than Nene. But guess what? Can't nobody be a better Kenyan than her. You get what I'm saying? We're all designer originals. When you try to not so much imitate, because she doesn't do a lot of imitation. We leave that for, the Cynthias and the Sherrays, the truly unoriginals. But she does the comparison, and it's mostly in her head. Some of it blurts out. But when you compare yourself to other people, you're going to always be frustrated because you are the absolute best at being you, but you're going to always come in last place in your head comparing yourself to another woman. It's just foolish. You should never do that. I wish Lord, I wish she would stop doing that. Linez, hey girl, say Kenya's just mean and hateful and need to address her childhood issues. Probably so. Probably so, y'all. Probably so. So, anyway, she said that Portia never hit her below the belt. She said she did hit her, but she never hit her below the belt. And then they addressed the scene where Portia slid her. Now, this is where I think Sis was talking about the fact that Portia beat all, not Portia, but Kenya beat all around the bush, and she was not explicit in taking accountability for how she fed into that situation. Not fed into it, caused it. Bianca say, just in case a ninja come in and try to turn off the porch light. Oh, y'all got folding chairs is what you're trying to say. Okay. Hey, Deborah Randall. What's going on, sis? Yeah, she didn't take any accountability for that. It was really weird with that situation. So Carlos was trying to set her up to position herself to be less of a villain in that moment. She tried. He tried for her. He did. Oh, excuse me, guys. I had to cough. But he tried to position her, and Kenya wasn't able to take his cue and roll with it. Kenya pulled a Kenya. So he asked her, you know, did it take a toll on your mental health? You know, having that moment happen and have it be televised and people turn it into memes and all that. I would have preferred for her to take his cue and go in that direction, but you know, who am I? She didn't take the cue. She absolutely did not take the cue, y'all, at all. Like, not even a little bit, she didn't take the cue. Instead, she went into trying to explain how she thought that everybody understood that you don't put hands on anybody no matter what happens. You don't touch, you don't put your hands on anybody, and you know, don't put your hands on me and I won't put my hands on you. First of all, my mind went immediately to a season or so ago with the Drop It with Drew thing at the rented gym, where she was indeed trying to get physical with Marlo, and Marlo put her hands behind her back, because the minute they touch her and she swing back, they gonna scream, see, she's violent, she's violent. I was just like, really, Kenya, is this where we going, darling? But indeed, that's what she said. And, you know, she stuck with that. And then she claims that she felt like it was work and you don't put your hands on everybody. And she thought everybody had, you know, understand and kind of adhere to the same boundaries, and a lot of buffale. Okay. Destiny say, I like these interviews because we get a good sense of the person and their origin story. We have to read between the lines sometimes, but Carlos King is a real one for these interviews. Yes, and I also feel as though he's a real friend to Kenya, because he gave Kenya every opportunity to show a more authentic human side, and she missed it. She missed it. She had moments, but she missed a lot of the little avenues he was giving her. He's definitely a real friend. Definitely a real friend. T Dollar say, nah, I'ma always say yes, it was wrong for Kenya to put things in Portia direction, but that reunion, Portia was mad because she couldn't spell scepter. And you can't either. You just spelled it wrong. And it had nothing to do with spelling scepter. She kept waving stuff in that girl's face. She kept putting stuff in that girl's face. I don't know anybody alive that's going to let you keep doing that and not pop you. And I think Portia did good because she just slid her instead of beating her. Okay, I do feel that way. She said it was polarizing, and she said some people was like, oh no, you never put your hands on anybody. I don't think, no, I personally have never heard anybody say that was not somebody running around screaming Team Twirl. The rest of us who are firmly rooted in reality, nobody that I knew personally was like, oh my, oh dear, why on earth would she grab her and slide her? We all understood it clearly and felt like she should have proceeded to monkey stomp her, because you'd have been sitting up there putting stuff right in my face. I'd have beat your tail. I wouldn't have just slid you. I'd have beat you. I'm going to beat you. Straight up. There ain't no need of me fooling you, lying to you. I'm gonna tell you what the Lord loved, which is the truth. I'd have beat the snot out of Kenya Moore. I'd have beat the hell out of her, and it wouldn't have got that far. Portia took it a long time. She took it a long time actually before she actually grabbed her. Niecy say Kenya missed a lot of Carlos's cues. He tried though. He definitely tried for her. And there was a few moments where he was gagged because he was like, I just gave you the way out and you walked right into the, wrong road. DB say not only did Kenya not take responsibility for her actions, she turned around and said Marlo wasn't owning her truth. Child, we not that far. I ain't got that far yet. Say, and Kenya was making her trip up on her words, and Nene and the girls was laughing. That's what that had Portia heated. People laughing and while somebody is poking at you, I think that would irritate anybody, but you don't just keep putting stuff in people's faces. She's the first one to scream, use your words, and then turn around and get physical. Her putting things in that girl's face was indeed getting physical. There's no way to paint that up, clean that up, that Kenya was some angel that floated down into a baptismal pool. She was being nasty and she was being provocative, and she got just what she was looking for. Keisha Posey said when Nene closed her laptop, Kenya was smirking. She didn't have no feeling for Nene. Absolutely not. And I don't have a whole lot for her either. Tijuana say, I'm just sick of her. She plays the victim because Carlos likes her. He's trying to get people not to feel like she's a mean person. He's trying to change the narrative of her. He definitely did try to. He tried to help her. She didn't take it. Ray say Kenya did snatch Ramona's arm. She sure did. And that drink out of her hand on Girls Trip. She sure did. She got real physical on Girls Trip. No, she don't get in because she lied too much. Look what Ray is pointing out. This is the same lady that sat up here with Carlos saying that don't put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you. We at work. There are boundaries. I thought we all understood that. That's when she did the little pageant voice. When she started, stressing the pronunciation of all the R's in the word. I thought we all understood that. Like, girl, stop it. You, Detroit, you don't talk like that. Jazzy J say Kenya's not busting a grape in a fruit fight at all. That's why she need to stop that. Because then when she gets slid, she become a victim. Couture Bay say he was letting her be herself, but she's so defensive. But there was nothing to be defensive about. Y'all hit the like button. Definitely a chocolate Karen. Definitely a chocolate Karen. AAE, what's happening? Say, what about that time Kenya was following Portia out the restaurant, harassing her? If a clear woman did that to Kenya, you would all scream foul. Yeah. I'm sure everybody would. Even I would, and I'm not a Kenya fan. I would be like, why on earth is she doing that? She's trying to provoke a situation. And that's the same thing I said about Kenya when she did it. Okay, we on the same page, sis. I'm going to call you T. Portia say, Couture say, no, Portia was going through her divorce and Kenya knew it. Right. Let's keep going. Because, see, y'all comments going to have me enthralled and I'm going to miss my notes. Hey, Brian. Yep, she called that girl a dumb hoe. Like, she did a lot. Femi K says she spelled scepter wrong when the shade backfired. Femi, behave. Hey, Vita from Denver. Oh, yes, your sis clocked you, but that's family now. It's fam. That's how we do sometimes. We can play with each other a little bit. Nisa say, in the words of Robert, she was antagonistic in that moment. Yes, that was the word from Robert Dixon. She was antagonistic. Yeah, Kenya did way, way, way too much. And yep, and on top of that, they was filming for hours. Those ladies really go through a lot to try to put a show on, which is why it's so disappointing to see the condition of the show now. Pamela Judge says a beautiful woman has a harder time dealing with aging. Kenya's getting older and is realizing that younger women, i.e. Portia, are threatening, and it's sad. The problem, Pamela, is this, okay? I would like to think that I'm a little bit of a looker here or there. The ladies in my family too, and my friends, because I surround myself with beautiful people. I love beautiful girls. However, it is not hard to deal with aging just because you have a nice face, okay? Beauty is a gift from God. None of us made ourselves. Not a single person. As much as I love to see all the beautiful ladies on this porch, let me be very clear. None of us made ourselves. We can enjoy it. Hopefully, you're not corrupting what God gave you and you're using it for the right purposes. However, aging is only difficult when you feel as though your beauty is the only thing that defines you. If the only thing that defines you is your face, when you begin to age, you may feel some type of way because you may feel as though you're losing your identity. Okay? For some of us, we didn't lean on pretty. For some of us, we didn't lean on pretty. I never felt threatened by a younger, prettier woman. I am the charter member of the Pretty Black Girls Fan Club. I love any and every pretty black girl I've ever seen. I think they're adorable. When I first saw Kenya, I was absolutely in awe. Oh, she's so beautiful. And then she opened her mouth. So when you only have pretty, when you refuse to be about anything but your face, baby, aging is going to really pull the rug from up under you. Oh, she said, I have the bell, don't try me. Yes, honey, firmly rooted in reality. But it's a sad situation because I believe that you might be on to something, Pamela. I think it's tough for her because she literally just rested on that pretty. You can't rest on that, baby. Pretty is not forever. It's not forever. It's for a season. Women are like flowers. Pretty is a season. It's not forever. Femi said, I don't think that Kenya was jealous of Portia. I think that she felt that Portia was beneath her in every way and was a spoiled princess. But I think that's what she was jealous of, Femi. She felt like she's beneath me. Why does she get to be the spoiled princess? That's what she felt. Because in reality, as far as Black society is concerned, Portia's upbringing and background made her far more of a princess than Little Miss Detroit. T Dollar say never said Kenya was an angel. I just feel like people use every opportunity to call her evil or mean when ish don't even be that deep. No, but when all of your behavior is sewn together and it makes a huge quilt of nasty, people gonna point to that. That's why you have to be careful how you conduct yourself. I just said about an hour ago, you preach your eulogy while you're alive. The deeds that you do, whether the people who love you like it or not, it paints a picture of who you are. And nobody did the deeds that Kenya did but her. These were deeds that she did. These were decisions that she made. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody just out to get her. People talking about the character that she exudes and what she put out for the world to take part in. Destiny says she seems a bit guarded in the interview. She did. And I did not understand why she was so guarded. Carlos is her friend. I really expected her to open up. I hate that fake pageant voice, Bratz doll. I do. When she's just talking, it's not bad. But when she does the fake, that's when you know a lie is coming. That's when you know a lie is coming. When that voice goes up by the octave and a half and she started talking through her nose and stressing them R's, the lie coming. T Dollar say actually Kenya actually boxed. She put just because you went to a boxing class don't mean you can fight. You can look at that girl and tell she can't fight. Hell, the fact that Portia slid her and she wasn't able to recover, she ain't no fighter. Look at her shoulders. Right. Y'all, listen, I'm trying to get this lady, the breakdown that she deserved on this interview. Y'all just, Lord have mercy. Keisha say, I blame Andy for not stopping Kenya for coming at Portia. I blame Andy for that too. I think he was enjoying her poking, putting stuff in that girl's face, antagonizing her, like being childish, and it went too far. Yep. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the interview. Y'all rough in this chat, Lord. I'm trying to keep up. Y'all know I hate to miss a comment. I hate to miss any of it. any of it. But I got to get back to it. Hey, Michelle Cochran. Hey, pretty girl. I almost missed my sis in the chat. All right. Say fact, Portia pulled her to the ground. Did. Slid her. Okay. Now, T Dollar, I know you young, but you're not that young. Portia and Nene not even on the same planet. Not even. But anyway, back to this, because y'all gonna have me way off my notes. Okay. Now this is what she said. She said that she got paranoid after this. She was afraid to eat at restaurants al fresco outside. You know, she didn't say al fresco, but I'm just saying outdoors, because she was worried about what people were going to do. She said she was in New York one time being taunted by some young girls, and she tells Carlos, I ain't no punk, like the girl. Bye. She said she did learn limitations. She said Portia was going through a lot. She understands that now. She claims that she's disappointed that Portia was not supportive in her marriage to Mark, because, you know, she had been in a similar situation. And I just don't, this is where, hey Trina, this is where, no, she absolutely does give speech impediment. Absolutely, Trina. I wasn't going to point it out. I'm glad you said it. I may have mentioned it once, but I try not to, because I don't want it to look like I'm just finding every flaw and putting a spotlight on it. But it does give that. It absolutely gives that. But I'm glad somebody else said it. But in any event, I struggle to understand in any real way where Kenya's coming from, saying that she was disappointed that Portia was not more supportive of her marriage with Mark. Like, why wasn't she supportive to me? Why wasn't she there to be supportive to me? You just got through talking about how you treated her while she was going through this divorce. This very ugly divorce. But because you all have made amends to an extent that y'all can be cordial and all these other things, did you I don't know, but let me not go there. But she said she was disappointed. She expected Portia to be supportive of her and what she was going through with Mark, after never being supportive towards Portia. I'm just, you know, that kind of thing sends me. I never know. I just never know how to understand the way her mind works with that. It's almost as though she doesn't really understand that you're not entitled to what you don't give out. You got to get, you know what I mean? The seeds you plant is the harvest you pick. You can't plant seeds of nasty and expect a harvest of sugar. It just don't work like that. It doesn't. Brian, you better tell him again. In Florida, you get licks in even when you lose the fight. That's all I'm trying to say. I just, anywho, Couture Bay say, Kenya, you were saying she slept with a stripper and wants friendship. Right. And she still brought it up during the interview. Dreamer said, wasn't Kenya part of the bowler? Yes, she was. Portia don't owe her a shoulder. She sure doesn't. She absolutely does not. Hey, Lala Chanel. Hey, you know how they be acting, girl. You know how they act. Trina say, really, this woman is delusional. How she treated Portia and then was encouraging Claudia to talk to Cordell. Sure was. That's her whole friend. Virgin Love say, yeah, Kenya's crazy. You see who says that after you treat somebody badly. Yeah, I could never. I would never have the nerve to mistreat somebody to that degree and then turn around and be like, why aren't you supporting me? Really? Nacho Twins mama say Kenya was not nice during that divorce from Cordell. I'm sure I missed it, but called her all types of beards. Yeah, she called her all sorts of things. It was very, very ugly. It was extremely ugly. Like, there was no excuse for that level of nastiness. Yeah, but that's what she said now. That's what she said. She said that she was disappointed. She expected support from Portia. Michelle Cochran say Kenya was not supportive of no one's marriage. Why would anyone be supportive of a secret fake marriage? Girl, you asking the wrong lady, because I'm confused too. We all confused together. Hey, LaPreece. Say Kenya's more like her mom than she care to admit. Girl, aren't we all? Aren't we all? How is she looking for get back? I don't get it. How is she looking for get back? She doesn't owe it to you to be all extra supportive. If y'all have gotten to a place where you can be friendly, that doesn't make you a friend. They got to a place where they could be friendly. AAE say, did you see where she told her daughter that people were mean to her? Kenya outright told a toddler that people will be mean to her. If people were mean to her. Yeah, she did. It was crazy, but she did it. Deborah says she's tired. She's tiring. Oh, she's trying to play nice. I think you did talk to text. She's trying to play nice with Portia to try to get her to return to that crap show and save it. Portia need to do exactly what she's doing with her family. I agree. Let them drown. Let them drown. AAE, you better say a word. You are not entitled to what you do not give out. You planted no seeds, and yet you are looking for a harvest. Hey, Jim Bunny 1984. So, yeah, she said that. She said also, when they were talking about the Portia situation, that's when we get her correcting Carlos, like, don't you dare say Portia's another chocolate girl. I think he was just saying two brown-skinned girls, but of course, you know, Kenya has to make the differentiation. It wouldn't be her if she didn't. Okay, I'm here. So she had to do that. She said that Carlos, this was another moment where Carlos was trying to give her a way to humanize herself, make things less bad looking, because he was like, people don't know the real relationships, and y'all were on a show, you all were fighting for a position, you were trying to make things more interesting for TV, and she didn't really catch it. Like, I saw her eyes light up, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna grab it, she's gonna go. She kind of didn't. So then Carlos pivoted her again. Yes, I'm still killing it. Because I don't have time to take nothing outdoors because I'm talking to y'all. But so Carlos pivoted again, and then went on to say that her and Portia just recently started following each other on social media. Hey, Tisha. Now, girl, we in here talking about Kenya. What this got to do with Candy, Todd, and Portia? Y'all, Lord, I love you, Tisha, but we talking about Kenya. And I don't know nothing about Portia trying to do nothing like that. Meg Scott says she wants Portia to join the alliance to help put Marlo out. I do believe that. Desperately. That she desperately would want Portia to come and try to help him out. Because right now they don't have the numbers. Because they definitely wanted to pull an alliance move this season. And they weren't able to get it done. And I find it interesting that now that they don't have the numbers to do it, they're actually accusing other people of alliances. But yeah, I do believe that is one of the biggest reasons that she desperately wants Portia on the show. One, to save their necks, and two, to help them, with the gang up, because they don't have enough people. Yes, listen, I don't know, AAE, I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what she said. Tawana says, I heard Portia coming back next season. That's why she's playing nice. The same with Candy having Portia in her box at Beyonce's concert. They're trying to say their job. But Candy and Portia have been doing social things together. So I don't think that was it. And we all heard about the rumors. We heard the rumors before this season, and Portia's still not there. So I think we should wait and see, because people will spread them rumors on YouTube, and we don't know what's true. Shannon McGee said the apple don't fall far from the tree. Kenya's mama knew what she gave birth to and didn't want no parts of it. Oh Lord, Shanna, Lord, you tough. Pink Rosa in the chat. What's happening, girl? So I wonder how Candyman feel about this interview. I wonder too, girl. I wonder too, because there was some moments in here. There was some moments in here. But she said that her and Portia has been, speaking for about a year now, more than a year. They've been talking. She said that none of the other girls really stuck after her and Portia. I don't know about that. They may have been the last two that had to audition, but I don't know if I can say they're the last two that stuck. They were the last two that came on, that kind of came on at the same time, and they had this big, like, TV rivalry. I mean, I don't think anybody ever thought it was like a real rivalry, but that type of thing. Okay, let me see what Tisha say. Y'all dragging Kenya for flirting. We didn't drag her. We just pointed out that it's not a smart move. Candy says Portia toned her down in the club and wanted a threesome that night. Okay, so because Candy said it, it makes it true on what planet? And we still talking about Kenya. Meg Scott said, if you see they trying to ignore Marlo to get her out, but it don't work because she don't have the numbers. They were successful with Nene. Yeah, and they had production helping them, go after Lanithia. And things are not really working out so great with production right now. So I just don't know. I think the things that are happening on that show, I think some of the stuff that's behind the scenes, I think is really getting to Kenya, if I'm being honest. I did pay attention to Courtney Rose's interview. Some I listened to, some I didn't. Some I listened to, some I didn't. But I think it was interesting to hear her say that Kenya's been, she claims Kenya's being mean to production. I think Kenya might be lashing out at production because of how they're doing their cuts and how she's being portrayed. And, the fact that every time she says something that ain't true, they go grab the tape and they roll it. I think she may be frustrated with production. I really think the stuff going on behind the scenes is getting to her. So Carlos King then pulled a real Carlos King move. He asked her if she felt like the other ladies, the new ladies on the show, deserved to be there. Okay. Tisha, I ain't say the girl was evil because her mama ain't want her. Maybe somebody in the chat said that. I don't know. Let me mind my business. She kind of didn't want to really answer that question, and I can understand why she wouldn't have wanted to open that can of worms. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have wanted to open that can of worms. She kind of talked around it, but she still kind of stuck to her guns on it. And with this one, I totally agree. She said that things worked better when they had to earn the peach, when they had to audition and see what they could bring or whatever. He asked if Drew and Sonya deserved a peach. She said not really, because of her opinion about the fact that they didn't audition. I appreciate her sticking to her guns and, not changing up and giving us the pageant answers. And like I said, if y'all go back and listen, when she's about to be kind of straight or as straight as she can, that voice don't change. And so I was like, all right, go ahead, can you, stick to your guns, girl. So she did. I did like that. She said that Claudia deserved more than one season. Not for me, but I can understand why she would say so. Not just because that's her friend, but because, like Nene said that Claudia gave her a run for her money. That was the best little battle she had on RHOA period, was between her and Claudia. I can totally dig that. Also, she said that Eva Marcel should have got more than 2 seasons on the show. Carlos agreed with that too. So then we get to Marlo. This is where she lost her composure, in my opinion. I think that's where she really lost her composure just a little bit. Like, what is something about Marlo that really gets up under her skin. It really gets up under there. Carlos asked that Marlo ruined the last two seasons single-handedly, and she's like, yes, the answer is yes. Marlo ain't ruined y'all last two seasons. Y'all ruined y'all own last two seasons. Y'all ruined your own last two seasons. In reality, y'all are ruining yourselves, and I feel like they ruined themselves trying to come after Marlo. In reality, they could have left that girl alone and did a whole lot better. And I mean a whole lot better. Lord, y'all, what a maturing calling, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hello? Oh, where the child went? Have mercy. Hey, I was live. You all right? You all right, though? Oh, okay. I'll call you when I get off here. All right. Whew. Listen, mama's got a mama all the time, so y'all forgive me. Forgive me. Okay. All right. So, anywho, it was just nonsense. I honestly feel like at this point they're playing the blame game. That show is toast. That show is cooked. It's baked. It's hit. And you can't blame one person. In reality, Marlo is the only person that really gave us something this season. She went off on her tirade. She's like, you can't make a fan a housewife, so you can't make a friend of the show a housewife. And she still keeps forgetting Marlo was on that show before her. Which, just saying. Carlos says this season is the worst season he's ever seen. I completely agree with that. She say it's bad because of choices. She called last season's reunion dreadful. I actually agree. It was horrible. She say Marlo don't deserve no peach, and that's when she said you can't make a friend a housewife. She says that Marlo is desperate. And that she and Portia, she says the difference when you need the peach and Marlo needs the peach, and she and Portia didn't need it. They didn't even know what the show was. And, it's like, that's when, I have a lot of notes on it because she had more to say about this than anything. She still brought up Bolo again for Portia. Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot. She said that when they came on, she was like, we didn't pick fights and have an agenda. And so my ears perked up when I heard agenda. What agenda does Marlo have? Are you indirectly telling us that I'm right and Marlo is the executive's henchman? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Because I feel like Marlo was most definitely given an assignment. I do believe that. Yeah, her calling Marlo desperate was very rich. It was extremely rich. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. Let me get y'all the rest of the notes. She claimed that they were rooting for her and that it didn't look that way. Absolutely didn't look that way. She said that Marlo didn't talk about she has a chairlift in her house. Is that for lifting old white men to her bed? And I was like, Kenya, you sure you want to go this route? And y'all, I actually made a note here. This is the same lady who again is crying tattoo tears because rumors that was started based on her behavior, I might add, followed her. And yet you want rumors to follow other people. This lady said she dated one billionaire who happened to be a Caucasian. And now it's all the rich old white men that need a chairlift to the bed. Why didn't we get that story? Why don't we hear about that? What does that have to do with anything? Y'all want to know about her life. If they're not currently using the chairlift, why on earth would we need to know why the chairlift is there? Why does the chairlift matter? It was real random. Then she went on, and I just was like, oh Lord, again with whole rumors. But when people start mentioning your whole rumors, Kenya, you cry like a scalded dog. And it's plenty whole rumors about you. I mean, you all sorts of whole rumors about whole activity. I just don't understand. It just seems so silly to me. It just seems so silly. Um, she said, ain't nobody talked about the chairlift, and she's still talking about the girl old felony. I'm like, Lord, would y'all? This is old. She been on this show 10 years. We done heard about it repeatedly. And why ain't y'all talking about that? Why the hell would we talk about that? Why would we? Like, it's been talked to death. As much as I understand Kenya on some of it, I don't understand her on this. You want to dig in the old stuff rather than looking at her life now. And you say that's the reason why, you can't with Marlo on this show, because you can't get her to talk about a 20-year-old felony, ma'am. And then she goes on to say that we can forgive and move on, but we need to know what we forgiving her for. And she claims that she's has no kindness and an empty soul. And I'm like, Kenya, are we talking about Marlo or you? Then she goes on to say, basically, she's still upset about what Marlo said about her and her mama. And that's well within her rights. If you upset about that and you ain't gonna see it for her because of that, then just say that, girl, because the stuff you making up ain't making no sense now. Just from me to you and everybody in TV land, it doesn't make sense that you still, it's just tired at this point. It's so tired. And it's not even a read. It's just, this is pathetic. Then she goes on to talk about the fight with Candy. And I feel like that when it came to Marlo and Candy, I don't think that was much of a fight. I think it was a misunderstanding, and Candy started screaming and talking about she wanted to choke folks, that she can't even reach their neck because she's 2 feet tall. Then she brought up the thing with Scotland, and you can call them Scotch Bright. We know Kenya, so it took her all day to come up with that name for that strange little man that I don't like. She's like, oh, now she want to be all soft, and everybody on social media saying, I personally, I've never seen one comment, and y'all know it's my business to pay attention to social media. I've not seen one comment asking about Marlo singing karaoke. And I think it's so vile for her to say such a thing when you were just about to cry because Apollo said such a thing about you. I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It didn't. I'm just, that's the contradiction side of Kenya that blows me. Everything you cry about people doing to you, you do. You exhibit the exact behaviors that you cry about. This man lied and said that you offered to sing karaoke for him. And now you're on this interview screaming that, oh, everybody's saying, who did she blow? Really? Oh my. I must say, even though I'm accustomed to her being low, I was very disappointed. She said that she feels like Marlo is protected and there's favoritism. And that's when she goes on to tell us that she felt as though she was never protected. And that was, we talked about that a little bit yesterday when we talked about the preview to part 2 to this interview. It was just really, odd. It was just odd. Like that whole segment, in a way, I understand why Carlos even mentioned the Marlo topic. But if I were her friend, I would not have even mentioned Marlo, because I wouldn't have wanted her to go into such a tirade in front of a camera for people to see. I wouldn't have done that to my friend. And I don't think he did it on purpose. I just, maybe he was ill prepared for how she was going to go. AAE say Marlo is a black woman of a particular age. She likes to date wealthy white men. So what? We don't know what her preference is, because like Marlo aptly said at last year's reunion, we can't point to nobody she slept with. So we really don't know what she likes. But if she does, I agree with you. So what? Why would Marlo date broke? Marlo has money and fashions and Ted Turner. We do not know if that man was Ted Turner. It was rumored to be Ted Turner, but we do not know if it was or was not Ted Turner. Okay. Yeah, it's not a read, it's a reach. I agree. I totally agree. I'm trying to grab some more comments. Hey, Dina. Dina the Explorer says Kenya and her fans are delusional to believe that she's always innocent when she's proudly was the villain. And a lot of times now she's proudly the villain. Like she don't have a problem with the villain hat. Say we so busy at work that I ain't even got that far into the interview. Yeah, it goes deep. Yeah, we already saw her mugshots. We get it. We like her fashions more than we care about her mugshots. That's reality. Yes, the provocative victim, and then we should feel sorry for her, or else we're just bad people that don't understand. Tisha said, "Can you repeat the comments that Marlo must be sleeping with someone in production? She didn't say it was her. It doesn't matter. Phaedra repeated what Apollo said. She wasn't saying it. She repeated what Apollo said. So now explain to me how either one is less damaging. See how that works? See how that works? Because in reality, I was disgusted when Apollo did that to her, and I found it disgusting that she got up there and said that. That was not nice. Um, yeah, she was, but that's who she is. She's disrespectful. Yeah, who's gonna protect you from your life? Now that's a good one. That's a good question. It's a fair question. T says it was also vile for her to say they showed Marlo's event about foster care rather than her hair salon. Now I get that she wanted that advertisement, but the way she was so pissed goes deeper. Let me tell you something else about that. Let's talk about that for a minute. Because that's coming up, and I kind of want to I just want to say something about that because that comes up later. But I am gonna when I get to that, y'all remind me that I had a very good point to make about that because I noticed that, and I don't want her to kind of get into that pick me over her thing because right now it looks like production is using Marlo to do a job. So she's never gonna be picked over their henchmen. And y'all, please do not be like, oh, you don't like Marlo. I like Marlo sometimes. I love her clothes. But I really do believe that she's on assignment from production and from the executives. I really believe that. I could be wrong, but I believe that. I do. So if she's on assignment from them, they're always going to make sure that she gets a decent a decent cut on the production floor and all that stuff. So I would hate for her to put herself in the me against her situation and end up triggering something in herself because we know that's something deep seated with her. Anywho, Carlos was like basically saying that he wants the show to survive. What's happening is not good for the show. Lily, you see what I'm saying? I absolutely do. I really believe she's on assignment. Dreamer says the her salon scenes would probably be filled with her being rude to staff and workers. Maybe, maybe not, but we'll never know because they cut it out. You know what I'm saying? I would have, if I'm being honest, I would have liked to see that. I definitely would have liked to see the opening of her salon. Whether I can dig her or not, I would have liked to see that. And y'all know I've made it very clear. I like work Kenya. When Kenya's taking care of her businesses and raising her kid, I like that Kenya. I actually like that Kenya. Drunk Kenya, oh, I like that Kenya too. But the nasty one, I don't care for that one. I don't care for that one. But anyhow, and so he was like, he had even told production when he left, y'all need any, info or need me to help with anything, or you need to pick my brain or whatever, however he put it, y'all can call me. He said Kenya and Sheree both have, at times called him for advice. And I said, okay, got that. And say that finale where Cynthia was working with them to bring Kenya in there and not give Nene the heads up and then went to lie about it and stuff. That he said that he was the one that told Kenya to get up and go and you'll be back on the next season. And she said she got up and she went because, her friend Carlos told her it would be a good look for her. And so she did, and the rest was history because she's back. And y'all know I made it clear from the gate. I felt as though she should have never been off the show. If they didn't fire Robert Dixon on Potomac for that stunt, that hooker pull, Kenya Moore should have never been fired. And I still maintain that she is owed a year of pay that she missed because that clear adjacent heifer was not fired, but the black girl was. I'm just saying, I stand by that. That's what I believe. Okay. So, anyway, Courtney basically was not Courtney, but Carlos was saying like the whole thing with Courtney. He was like, it just didn't seem real to him. That just wasn't real. Kenya was like, Courtney's the worst. She came on looking for a moment. She called her a valley girl. If she is a valley girl, I'm not sure how that's bad. I don't know. Hold on one second. Okay, excuse me, y'all. I had to cough. Not sure, why that was relevant, but said she's a valley girl. Say the girl talked sideways. That was kind of funny. I'll give it to her. She said she came on the show looking for a moment. She said Courtney ain't got no house right now. She said Courtney living on other people's sofas and settees and stuff. Say she's selling jewelry made out of paper clips that ain't nobody buying. And that she drug up her baby daddy from nowhere. She claims she's bored with the show. That's why she ain't giving nothing. It's given I don't have nobody to attack. I need somebody who's doing really great so I can hate them and attack them. I'm joking. I joke. She was saying basically that they need to recast the show, but not a reboot. And she's like, be careful what you ask for. Threw another shot at Marlo from God knows where. Of course, Carlos had to ask his dream cast question. Everybody asked that question if somebody's ever been associated with Housewives. What's your dream cast? She said that, the season six cast was the dream team, but that is an impossible team to get. She said that, she want to work with people that, I guess that just bringing something. She said in Portugal, she cursed everybody out, but that was cut out. But I didn't use curse words, which I don't believe, because you always cursing and screaming in public. She said they were at dinner in Portugal, say she cursed everybody out, said the new girls is ruining the show, it's fake beefs and alliances and all this stuff. And it's like, girl, y'all had an alliance. And when Nene called it out, everybody went to line, oh, she don't know if she crazy. That's not true. But it's real funny. Y'all are projecting now. Now there are alliances. Now it's production. It's all of that. All of these things. All of it. It's just interesting. She said they're not showing her businesses. That's when we're gonna get to this. Let me read a couple of y'all comments before I get into her comment or her commentary about them not showing her business. Because I really want to treat that. AAE say Nene was like for years. She's still loved. Their viewership dropped like a mug when they dropped our girl. Portia is very much liked. Candy is liked by her cult following. Bravo liked Peter and Greg. Everybody loved Greg. A lot of people liked Peter. Some people didn't. Todd was a producer. Kenya does not have a relationship with Bravo that the other women have. That's true. That's true. Oh, you mean liked by the network? Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Dig that. But yeah, they got they got that fan following too that is different from Kenya's fan following. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna reserve that comment. It might come back up later. Velda say Kenya need to be put on corrective action after that interview, basically dissing the employer. I feel like you should be allowed to diss your employer. As long as you don't say anything slanderous, I don't feel like just because you go on an interview and you work for somebody, you got to kiss their behind in that interview. I don't believe in that. Dina say if the old girls was doing their part by bringing it, the new girls would be dust. or the new girls would catch on to the rhythm of how they bringing it, and it would be a different show. You know what I mean? Sometimes if you are an actual leader, your energy rubs off on the people that's following you. What's going on is we have no leaders. And when there were leaders on the show, people who could actually influence and kind of charge the room up, like lend their energy to the room, the people who are there now were so jealous and hateful that all they could do was gang up, team up, and attack them. Like, it's real pitiful and pathetic, and they need it. AAE say Robin is a supporting character and is probably paid a quarter of what Kenya is being paid. No one expects much from Robin, and Robin does not expect much from herself. I understand that, and I totally agree, but I also feel as though if you did that to the black woman, the clear adjacent woman needs the exact same treatment. Period. And what she did was far worse. And the fact that she already brings nothing, absolutely nothing, and she kept her job after that stunt, Bravo owes Kenya a check for an entire season. Journey B said, I think Kenya would be a nightmare to work for. How does she know that about Courtney? Could it be from Candy via Shamia? Could be. And it could also not be true. You know what I mean? Look who talking. So grain of salt, but she said it. I heard it, so I had to report it. She said the girl ain't got no house and she's sleeping on sofas. Now that's what she said. It's 100 degrees over there in Georgia. Girl, listen. Get right with God and do it now. Listen, 100 degrees is too hot for me. Hell ain't gonna work. Dreamer said, I think the Marlo sucking one of the producer joke isn't going to land well with them. Yeah, probably not. It's a little tacky, a little nasty. Forever Brown Sugar said Kenya's pity party needs to come to an end after 10 years of this. She needs to get somewhere and heal. Kenya cannot recognize growth. That chapter of Marlo's life is over. Marlo is shining right now. She is, and apparently, Miss Mamas ain't happy about it. She ain't happy. What my T-Dollar say? Kenya always stood alone. Yeah. Kenya don't need Candy on the show like Candy needs Kenya. Marlo and Sheree would eat Candy alive by herself. You might be on to something. You might be. You just might be, my love. My sis on the phone, who is legal counsel, by the way, says Kenya should sue. That's why they should have just stayed silent about Nene's lawsuit. I guess she thought she was OJ. Yep. But Kenya should sue Bravo. They owe her. After that stunt they pulled with Robert Dixon, oh yeah, Bravo owe her some money. I hope if they get rid of her or whatever, I hope she sue the piss out of them because they owe her money right now. Let's talk about this not showing her businesses, okay? She said they not showing her business storyline, and I was actually proud of her a little bit in that moment. I was like, okay, girl. She said she didn't get no investors. She said she saved her own money and started her business so she could be self-made. I don't know why she mentioned that HBCU halftime show thing, because girl, that was never gonna happen. You know it, I know it, and the world know it. Okay. And the room on the street was, you were never even on their flyers or nothing like that. Nobody, and we saw how them people acted when you showed up to that little bar with no chairs. Them people didn't expect you there. They didn't want y'all there, and they wanted y'all up out of there with them cameras. They didn't have no idea y'all was coming. I don't know why she mentioned that. But anyway, she tried to make it about Marlo. And Carlos King, bless his pea-picking heart, pointed out the truth. Okay? Carlos said, well, Candy's movie was in the last episode, and it was. I didn't need to see that. Nobody needed to see that. Hey, Ali. And the fact that he pointed out that no, she pointed out, actually, when he said that, then she said, yeah, we sat there and watched them do a reading script at a table. Yes, we didn't need to see that. We did not need to see that. That was boring as hell. Okay? And Carlos mentioned that they showed her starting her restaurant, And they even showed Drew doing that Tide music video. Like, what the hell was that for? Okay. And she by Sheree last year, and she was like, yeah, that should have happened or whatever. So I want to stop right there. The scene with Marlo at that foster care event was necessary. I liked it. I'm sure other people thought it was a nice break in the negative nastiness that y'all have been dishing out on this show. Because that crap is old. Old, dead, and about to be buried. I don't know what happened. I just lost all my sound. My bad. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Don't get me. So, yeah, Velda, the foster care scene was extremely nice. I definitely enjoyed it. I most definitely enjoyed it. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Y'all know I got raggedy Comcast. So, they do weird stuff whenever they feel like it. They do whatever they like when they feel like it, honey. They'll just boot me out of my own stuff and let me back in when they feel like it. So I'm here. But what I was saying was, she definitely noticed that candy scene was absolutely unnecessary, because that's why she was able to quickly chime in with, we got a scene of them reading the script at the table. That was nonsense. We didn't need to see that. We did not need to see that. It was so unnecessary. But yet that's what we got. But what I didn't understand from her, why are you not calling out the obvious? That they're simply mistreating you. That whole movie crap back to back, we did not need to see that. They were trying to give us a Drew Sidora moment that didn't nobody want. And instead of you opening up your big mouth, and we know you can run it because you've run it before, instead of you opening up your big mouth and just saying the truth, hey, instead of showing all those scenes from this movie situation, why was that not shortened so we could show my salon opening? And I feel like what Kenya is wanting to do, and I could be wrong, which is what I was saying when Comcast treated me like a vagabond. I could be wrong, but I feel as though Kenya would like to show other sides of herself, and I think she wants to pivot away from the nasty character. I'm not against that. I'm not against that. I think that she would absolutely want to pivot away from that character that she has portrayed. She painted herself with this brush, and I think she would like the freedom to paint herself differently. I'm just saying. And I feel as though production is not going to allow her to make that move. Whatever the reason may be, they're not allowing her to make that move. But instead of her pointing out the obvious, that they took up the majority of the episode with that nothing of a B movie shot in Candy's house and in Candy's bed, she tried to make the exclusion of her scene solely about Marlo. You see what I'm saying? It's always the me against. They're choosing somebody over me. Girl, if that's the case, they chose your friend Candy over you. It wasn't Marlo that got you cut out. It was Candy. You clocked that eye roll. The eye roll was heavy. AAE said the show is called Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya is the only person who has a marriage being questioned, and no one has ever sat behind her at a reunion. Kenya is not a housewife. She's not. She's not. But anywho, she started talking about the fact that she ain't never had no spinoff. Never had a spinoff. They did have on Ultimate Girls Trip or whatever, and we saw how that turned out. We saw how that turned out. So, and I feel like they didn't give her a spinoff because, you know, I don't think they believed in her ability to hold an audience on her own. And I'm not sure whose fault that would be. Hold on, guys. I don't know whose fault it would be, but I think that some of over the years, some of her behaviors led these people to believe that all you got is attack, be mean, attack, attack, be mean. And in a spinoff, if there's no one for you to attack, what kind of a spinoff would it be? So the truth of the matter is, I don't know whether somebody put her up to the behaviors that she's given us over the years, and then it kind and they painted her into a corner, or whether she made choices that painted her into that corner. Whatever the case, that corner is what is where the problem lies for her. That's the corner that would not allow her a spinoff, because the character that she gave us on this show is not spinoff worthy. There's no one to attack. So what would we do? What will we do? Okay, so I got the first Cash App of the day. Thank you so much for the support, but I don't know who this is. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's a government name, so I ain't gonna say it. Miss Peaches NO say she's not that entertaining. Hey Royals, and what's she gonna talk about on a spinoff? Nothing. Right, and I'm sure there's a lot more to her life, but she's never shown it to us. So I don't know. I just feel like somebody painted her in a corner, and I believe in people taking their lumps. So if she painted herself there, then she's just there. If production put her up to her behavior, and then now they just kind of left her in it, then that would be extremely unfair. We may never know how that went. We may never know how that went. Bougie Champagne Crew Reviews says she's also mad Mark has a potential reality show and she hasn't had one ever. Oh, yeah, that might be an issue too. That might be an issue too. Velda say Kenya limits what she wants to show. I mean, that may be true, Velda, but now if we're gonna be fair, a lot of them limit what they want to show. But now she's trying to show more, and we see that that's stuff that they don't want to show. So in a situation like that, how does it go? You know what I'm saying? How does that really play out? If she's willing to show something, but then they come behind her and it's like, no, we don't want to see that. We want you to do this. Or you tape it, but then they cut it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're missing an opportunity there in a way. And the reason I say that, y'all, is because let's just say they allow Kenya to pivot, to get out of the villain cast, the villain role, right? Who's to say that the character that we get once you let her step out of villain might be actually interesting? But we'll never know that if they don't give her a chance to do it, is all I'm saying. I'm not campaigning for her. Do not come to get me. I'm just saying. Jacob Polk said, I don't believe it's production pointing her this way. Kenya chose to be an antagonist, and her pattern of being mean girl will keep her in this space. The Marlowe comments were disgusting. They were. And I think she thought that it was enough people that just, blindly don't like this lady, that it would kind of just flow. It would fly. I don't know. I'm gonna just say I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. Um, oh, my peanut is in the chat. She said Kenya gave them villain for too long, and now that has her stuck. It does. It does. It absolutely does. So then, mm, mm, mm. Carlos asked her what was next, and she started talking about her business, and her face lit up. Like, I want to say that's one of the most radiant smiles I've ever seen on this lady since she's been on this show. It looked genuine and warm and radiant, and that's why I said I like work Kenya. She lit up. She said right now, and again, I had that proud moment, like, go black girl, go black girl, go black girl, go black girl, go. Like, I was cheering for her, like, all right, you better talk your stuff. So she was like, right now, she's at 5,000 retail locations. By the end of the year, she's looking to be at 20,000 retail locations and expanding. I say, go on, girl. She said that she first had announced that she was going to do this at the season 5 reunion. Go on, girl. She said she wanted to expand her family. I say, no, girl. You know, I was with her till she went there. They talked about them darn embryos. I'm still trying to figure out where the hell them eggs came from, but whatever. Then he asked her if she was dating, and was she dating the Roy dude? She said, yeah, but not exclusively. That gives he's your friend and y'all not really dating. Say she want to date a owner, not an athlete. I say that sounds good. I like that. You know, you grown now. Was you she at the age of grown, but her baby's still little, so she ain't quite in the grown crowd, but she up there with the grown people. Maestro say Kenya's been placed in a box as being a troublemaker since the Portia altercation, and the clear people see her no other way. Yep, that's unfortunate, but that's real though. That's unfortunate, but it's real. I feel like she wants to pivot, and she's feeling the frustration of them not allowing her to pivot. And maybe you know what? Okay, I just had a thought. My brain just activated, right? Maybe that's part of her frustration also with Marlo, is that she feels like Marlo is being allowed to pivot. Marlo is being allowed to grow, to evolve, to change her story, to change her image, and she's not being allowed the room to do that. That may be some of her frustration. My brain just turned on. That might be what this is. Latin gal, how you? She says she is a troublemaker. LOL. She takes people over the edge. Yes, and to the extent that she will go too far just to get a reaction, and then once they get a reaction, then they're bad people. Pamela Judge say, but owners want a 27-year-old. They sure do. That's true, but I understand her saying she want an owner. I get that. It could happen. Shoot. Jacob Post says, has Kenya given us anything to pivot with? I think she wants to now, Jacob. Listen, now we got to be fair. I think she wants to, and I think she's frustrated because she feels as though they're not allowing her to. Anything that she tries, that she wants to put forward that could, make her be seen possibly different than screaming bottom rung B in the middle of a restaurant, they're not gonna show. When she's acting a monkey, acting a donkey, they'll show that. But if she wants to show her business and how she's doing with that, and like she said, how she started her business, how she set down the plans and all that, they won't show none of that. I don't know. I think maybe she's frustrated. Pink Rosa say quiet is kept. Apparently the producers behind RHOA got exposed. They both like women. Well, that can't be the case because one of the producers is Eric Fuller, and he ain't no woman, and he ain't light either. Saying, y'all know I don't like Kenya Candy, but yeah, that production ain't right. For cutting her scene, I don't think they should have cut that. I think that wasn't nice. We did not need all that from that movie. That was not necessary. AAE say Kenya does not realize the majority of us are not like her. We're not. Most of us don't play them games. We don't do the Karen thing. We don't go around antagonizing people and flipping to victim. Like most of us are just regular, real folks. We don't do that. A good black woman is going to support Marlo growing and evolving and becoming a better woman. Marlo with her nephews in her home. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we want to see you do, so we can like cheer for you, so we can get behind you, so we can admire you and be like, all right, girl, you better get them. And we like to see real reactions. We like to see reactions that we would give. Dina said, I can't get over. She said she never hit below the belt with Portia. She called her a dumb. No, she said Portia never hit below the belt with her. That's what she said. Now, if we gonna get her, we got to get her with what she said. Um, Lord, the baby say waiting 10 years to pivot is crazy. Some people, take longer to figure out that they're on the wrong road than others. But I say, as long as not just me, the Bible say, where there's life, there's hope. So long as you figure it out, like I'm good with you figuring it out. I just would like to know the reasoning, the rationale for them not allowing the pivot. Velda say they show a lot of Candace businesses. We need more Kenya and Marlowe's. I agree. That's what I would like to see. If we gonna be fair. Couture Bay say that's Kenya's fault. She was happy playing the villain. That's true. And look, okay, let's look at our own lives. When we were doing things that we maybe necessarily didn't need to be doing, were we not enjoying ourselves? Were we not entertained? Okay. But it comes a point, even when we're dealing with the consequences of our actions, right? In most cases, we are allowed to grow and say, I'm no longer that version of me, right? She's not being allowed that. That's all I'm saying. We all enjoyed it when we was doing it. Yeah, Bravo wants to show families first. Well, her family was at the salon opening. Say Kenya should just pitch a hair salon show to own. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Jacob said we saw the evolution of everybody but Kenya. Portia, Nene, and even Candy grew during the show. That's the issue of not pivoting. She hasn't learned anything. Ooh. I used to feel as though I could debate any side of an issue, and y'all really make me question my own abilities, because I'm trying to present a convincing case for the fact that, not saying that I totally agree with her behavior, but I'm saying I can understand the point of view of somebody maybe realizing that I need to go in a different direction. This is what I need to do to go in a different direction, and having somebody put up a roadblock. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Is that not like a fair assessment? Yes, we do have to be accountable, but after we're accountable, where does the opportunity to do something better come in? Where does it come in? Or do we continue to block off every exit from a box that somebody could have painted themselves into? Okay, Incredible Rob has a point. Now, I like this point of view. You might be onto something. Say Kenya may not have given Bravo a percentage of her businesses like Candy. Well, I heard that they don't have the option. Like if they show their business on there, that there has to be a percentage. I don't know whether that's what's going on. That may be what it is. Incredible Rob. It may be exactly what's going on. And welcome. Dina say Candy has Todd, who helps her with pitching and developing these shows, along with having millions of followers. Okay, there's that. Couture Bay says she came back pregnant, being messy. So y'all wouldn't like to see her more in her business role, and then coming to hang with the girls after she tends to her business. Like, what are we saying? Miss Peaches NO said Kenya takes no accountability for anything she does. She doesn't. It's a big problem. It is. Okay, it is fair. Okay, as long as I'm being fair, I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. Let me go ahead and put the StreamYard in while I give y'all this last little bit of this interview, and then because so that way anybody who wants to hit the link and wants to chime in, if my notes were lacking, you can let me know. Okay. AAE says Kenya cannot even do a duo. Nene and Marlo were fun together and a cute duo. Bravo like their friendship. Kenya does not understand clear people, and non-clear people do not like women to work together. Yeah, it's true. Latin Gal says she took accountability for flirting with Apollo. Not really. She didn't. She didn't. Couture Bay says she had the opportunity with the marriage. She chose to be closed off. I mean, I don't even, I can't defend this. I'm gonna just read comments. Fifi say, here's the thought: fix it with Jesus first. Everything else about Fifi, you better say it. Oh, girl. I was trying not to go there because y'all know I get to talking about it, get excited. The whole live will change into something else. But you're right. If she fix it with him first, I guarantee everything else will fall into place. Fifi, you ain't lying. Pink Rosa said, I can't watch Kenya by herself. I'd be bored. I think she'd be bored too. I do, Lord, not a man calling Jesus. Hey, Daddy. I'm on live. Okay, I will. Okay, Papa, won't be long. Okay. All right, bye-bye. All right, y'all. Had to answer my boss man. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I got me another cash out. Let me see who this is so I can shout him out. My sisters be showing love. Oh, sweet beloved. Thank you so much for the cash app. I appreciate that, sis. That's what's up. Andrew Mack in the house. Yep, you caught a live. Show did. Because everybody say I like Kenya on the show. She wasn't. I like Kenya on the show. She wasn't my fave. Sorry. Yeah, she brought something. Hey, Miss Gardner. But yeah, so I don't know. It was interesting. Um, Jacob Polk say, Auntie, I get you being fair, but I can't help but wonder when is she going to therapy and do the work. Enough of this. It's true. It's true. Lord, Miss Peaches saying, stop blaming your mama and only telling the story from the middle, beginning, middle, and end in that order. She never gives the details. That's true. Wait a minute. I can't. What you and AAE talking about? Time I think she dull as rocks twerking by the piano. Oh my Lord. Rocks twerking by a piano? AAE, what y'all talking about? I'm finna get all of y'all conversation. Say Kenya is better alone where she is building and creating her own, but Kenya is not proving she can handle a show. Okay, I agree with both of y'all. Okay, I agree with both of y'all. Fifi ASP, thank you so much for the cash app. Oh, that's so sweet. Let me send my heart back. Wait. How I do it? Okay, here you go. Y'all, I'm a little goofy. Thank you. That's so sweet. But yeah, it's tough. This was a tough one. This was a tough one. Andrew Mack, you talking about y'all be gentle on my girl. You know the porch ain't gentle on nobody. The porch is gentle to absolutely no one, not a soul. Okay? The porch is honest. Now we can't do gentle, but we can do honest, okay? Because the Lord loves the truth. Couture Bay say we don't know who Kenya is. She started the trend of fake lives. She did. Mm-hmm. She did. So look, so they got Carlos went to asking about, who's the most famous person she dated. She said, hold on, let me get one more comment. My sis on the phone said she's meaner. The meaner she was, the harder and heavier her booty got. Jesus, she has the pivot to survive. I shouldn't have read that. I'm gonna get her. Anywho, so she's instead of her just answering the question, she went around talking about who she didn't date and who people said she dated and she didn't date. I never dated Allen Iverson. I never even knew who Jay-Z was before the Money Ain't a Thing video. She talked about that one date with Kanye where he abandoned her in the living room on some new furniture covered in plastic while he went to go watch nasty movies. I heard that story. I thought that was very strange. Kanye just got bored and left her by herself in an empty living room, which was strange. But she still never said who the most famous person she dated. Said that she wants to write her memoir. Says she done already wrote a screenplay for a TV movie. She want Coco Jones to play her. And she said that it's titled Invisible because of her mama, everything about her mama. So she want Coco Jones to play her. She want to play her mama. That was just weird to me. I'm sorry. Then she says that she's got a movie coming out in the fall that she's basically a supporting actress, but she's calling herself the star. Like, don't tell him I said that. That was cute. And she said that after this, won't nobody be able to question her acting abilities no more and everything. And then, Carlos closed out with giving her some encouraging words, as a friend should, because that's his friend. So I see ain't none of y'all hit that link. So I must have taken very good notes. I must not have dropped the ball at all because y'all let me live with it. Y'all let me live. So anyway, that's it. That's what happened. Andrew Mack say maybe she leaving it for the memoirs. Couture Bay say Mike Tyson, probably so. But the fact that she wouldn't say who, but she went to talking about who she didn't. And I was just laughing because I'm like, you better not say you wasn't going with Mike because that's who bought that house she had out there in LA. But let me shut up. Let me shut up. Miss Peaches N.O. said delusions of grandeur again. Nobody wants a memoir about her. Yeah, I can't see nobody wanting that memoir. I can't. I mean, she got some fans. Andrew Mack said Carlos did a great job with the Kenya and Nene interviews. He did a fabulous job interviewing these ladies. And like I said, I feel as though he proved himself to be a true friend to Kenya. He gave her every opportunity. He tried to pivot her so many times into a more favorable tone of conversation. And it just, it just kind of got to be what it is, I guess. And she recognized what he was doing because she's like, oh, if you ain't want me here to tell the truth. He was like, oh, no, I want you here. So she picked up that he was trying to kind of guide her into a tone of conversation that would have been more favorable to her. But she wasn't having any of that. That ain't what she wanted to do. That ain't how she wanted to come across. And that's just what that was. That's just what that was. So, yeah. What else can we say? I mentioned it all, Pamela. Renee, all right. You stopped by to say what's up. Mac, you want the memoir? So, see, that's one soul already. There you go. Just like I ain't buy Portia book, I wouldn't buy one from her either. Absolutely not. Yeah, she got fans. I to be honest, I don't think all of her fans gonna buy no book. No. They gonna talk about it, but all of them ain't gonna buy no book. Y'all know how black folks do. They'll say they love you, and when it's time to support, they giving you thoughts and prayers. Forever Brown Sugar say, Kenya need to realize that Bravo has used her up. And she has allowed them to paint her in a dark light. However, when a person show you who they are, please believe them. Kenya is a mean girl. Well, there's that. There definitely are. But y'all don't be supporting people like y'all say y'all do. Y'all support being the mouth only. I'm just saying. And I'm being honest up front. See, I don't play with people. I don't pretend like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy your book. I ain't buying your book now. If somebody, go through it, review it or something, and I give it a fair shake like that, but I'm not buying that book. Just like ain't no way in hell I was finna buy Portia book. I got better things to do with my life. Oh, T Dollar, I'm always fair. Y'all might not like how fair I am, but I'm always fair. I don't never, I ain't gonna never be unfair if I can help it. I'm gonna tell the truth if it kills me, and I'm gonna be honest about my opinion about things. Oh man, Debbie, you late because we done covered all of it. Somebody banned it because she says she expanded from 5,000 locations to 20,000 locations. So somebody banned it. I like I said, I'm not putting it in my hair, but somebody's buying it, and I want her to keep doing her thing, and I'm very happy that she's making her money. Now, I didn't mention this, but somebody named Young Capone, they say it's a rapper. I don't know why they go naming themselves after Italian gangsters, but they said he was missing, but they done found him dead. They say him gone, him is gone. You say I could use a new coaster. Hey, WD Rose. Would I buy a Nene book? Probably not. I love Nene, but probably not. If I'm being honest, no, probably not. Jacob Polk said, "I'm ready for a Phaedra sit down with someone other than Carlos. They have dragged that woman for years, and she said nothing. She continues to work on that network." Right. I would like her to kind of, not that she got to answer to nothing nobody say, like, who does, but I would like that too. But yeah, this Young Capone person, they say that he was missing and now him is dead. A young man, only 35 years old. So, sorry to his family. I'm sure his mother is shaken up if she's still here. No mother wants that type of news. Also, PSA. PSA to the home invaders and the jackers. Be careful. There's them folks in Dallas, the people in Texas. Texas is one of them states. They don't play. If you're around here trying to break in people's house, you better have on Kevlar. Because there was some gentlemen going around. It's just a PSA. If you are a jacker or a home invader, listen carefully. They was pretending like they was, they're there to check the air conditioning filters. And then the ring doorbell people said, "Well, we not home, you can't come in." And they started trying to kick that door in and couldn't get that door open. And them people went to shooting through the door. I mean, pow, pow, bang, bang, kapow, kapow. So if you out here thinking about doing home invasions, think again. It's not safe. Please do not do it. Now on to ShaCarri. Y'all, ShaCarri got her gold medal. And we're so proud of her. And I wanted to take my time and actually pay attention and address it, because people were so unfair to that young woman when she failed a test for some reefer, and they took away her ability to compete. And then when she started back, she was not at her top form, and people drugged her and they attacked her, because you know how they are. They love the opportunity to attack a young Black woman, especially if she's successful in any way. Okay. So now that she's doing well, I feel like we owe her the same attention, the same amount of energy. I want the same people. I would love to see the same people who had all that nasty energy to bring all that same energy. Hey, Delightful by Design, to bring all that same energy and congratulate this young woman, because she is lovely and she's doing great. Okay, now this was in Budapest, Hungary. This is the article from NBC News. American sprinter ShaCarri Richardson, whose Tokyo Olympic dreams were dashed after a positive marijuana test, won the 100-meter world championship title Monday night, loudly asserting herself as a Paris 2024 medal contender. Richardson, 23, gobbled up the track in a blazing personal best of 10.65 seconds at the World's Athletic Championship at the National Athletic Center. Okay, Richardson's win was a stunning upset of dominant Jamaican sprinters Sharika Jackson and Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, who finished second and third. I'm honored. I'm blessed. I had great competition, which pulled the best out of me. And I'm just honored to leave with a gold medal, she told reporters after the race. Richardson promised to keep working and improving. I'm going to stay humble, she said. I'm not back, I'm better, and I'll continue to be better. It was the first women's 100-meter world championship by an American since 2017 when Terry Bowie accomplished the feat. Richardson's appearance in the 100-meter final was also a dramatic accomplishment as she finished third in her semifinal heat, failing to grab one of those two automatic spots to compete for the title. Richardson broke slowly out of the blocks and veered slightly to the right in her opening steps, costing herself more time, but she closed well, and her 10.84 in the semis was the best of anyone not in the top two, earning her a spot in the final. She was more than capable of running that 10.65. We knew that, said her agent, Ronaldo Nehemiah, himself a former world-class sprinter and hurdler. We just knew that running it on the biggest stage in the world is a lot harder than just saying it. So congratulations to ShaCarri. We are so proud of her. I think I speak for a lot of the beautiful women here on the front porch when I say we are so proud of her. Okay. And I love the fact that those top three spots were all beautiful black girls, beautiful black young ladies, the two from Jamaica, the one from the US. I love the banter between those ladies. Shelly posted and said, you know how long America been waiting on that gold medal? And ShaCarri said, it's because of you. And I thought that was so cute, that they were able to congratulate and love on each other. Like that was, oh my gosh, like I had a whole proud mama moment and ain't none of them sharing mine, but I was so happy to see them. It was exciting. It was wonderful. It was heartwarming. It was inspirational, aspirational. It was all those things. Okay. See Maze, hey girl. That's right. That's right. Hit the like button. So yeah, I'm so super, super proud of her. I just want to see her do more and more and more. I want to see her on Wheaties boxes. I want to see her everywhere. Delightful said, I'm so proud of her. So let's put that other stuff behind her. Yeah. It wasn't nothing, no way. They just made a big deal out of it because, she's a young black lady and they wanted to be able to beat her up and tear her down. That's all it was. That's all it was, honey. And that's the thing with me. I just feel like don't nobody love us. Everybody is waiting for an opportunity to attack us. That's why I feel like us ought to love us. That's not to say you don't hold your sister accountable. That's not to say you don't call your sister out on her bull. But we ought to show love us because don't nobody else love us. And that's for darn sure. Forever Brown Sugar 21 say, sis, I know you have your blessing assurance on standby. Amen. Yes, I am very proud of the lady. She has been through a lot, but she continued to believe in herself and did it. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. That's right, Forever Brown Sugar. I keep my blessed assurance right here. Okay. All right. So it's a wonderful thing when people don't come to people those playing around. Y'all know I've never hid my address from nobody. Everybody in the royal family know my address is just as available as 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But much like 1600, you better make sure you're supposed to be here before you get here. Okay? But you sure welcome. That's right. So listen, y'all, I'm finna go. Ain't nobody else had nothing to say. We uncovered this interview. We done broke it down. I feel like we gave her a fair when we called her out when it was bull. We backed her when she was right. And, we all got confused at a couple of points together. But it was a ride that we took together. Shout out to Carlos King. I think he did an excellent job. I think he absolutely showed himself to be a true friend to Kenya. And I'm interested to see who in the world he is going to interview next. I would love to see who he's going to interview next. I would, personally. I would love to see it. I'm very interested. I am. But listen, you guys, I enjoyed y'all. We've been here going on 3 hours. That means it's time to get on up out of here. Now, if anything else happened and it's interesting, I'll be back. I will. But since we ain't got nothing else popping right now, I'm gonna go on slide. I'm gonna slide. Andrew Mack say, Cynthia, No, we want him to interview somebody interesting, Mac. Somebody interesting. You want the man to talk to wallpaper? Jacob Polk say, leaving Nene's interview, I smile. This time around, I can't say the same. I couldn't either. I couldn't. Yeah, I didn't leave with a big smile on my face, but he still did a great interview nonetheless. Nonetheless. So listen, y'all. You know what I'm going to say. You're welcome and thank you. And thank you so much to my sisters that sent cash apps in support. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I'm always appreciative of the support. I'm appreciative of the love that y'all send to me, that y'all give me in kind words, all that stuff. Everybody who think about me and send me a text, thank y'all too. Fifi ASP, sweet beloved, thank y'all so much. And the one that I can't say. Andrew Max say shade. Yeah, you could call it that. I just got a slick old mouth. That's all. Mouth just slick. That's right. Have a great day, sweetheart. Blessings to you as well. Dr. J said I was only able to listen. I was checking my hotel room for tunnels. Uh-oh. You ain't find no tunnels, did you, Dr. J? All right. So listen, guys, I'm gonna slide up out of here. Love you right back, dear heart. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you know every time we get live over here on this good channel. Make sure, please, that if you are not subscribed, that you go and subscribe, because we would love to have you. We always have a good time over here. You know, the love is real on the porch. The clowning is real too, okay? So y'all come on. We'd love to have you as a family member. If you want to put that crown by your name, allow us to celebrate your birthdays, your special days, so you can be a part of our events, our virtual events, and maybe you join a committee, get busy with something, okay? All that good stuff. If you want to join channel membership and officially be a part of the royal family, there is a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box of the video. Also in the description box of the video is my Amazon wish list if you want to send me some goodies, because I like goodies. I do. I be chewing and stuff. I like little knickknacks and whatnot. And that's on the Amazon wish list if you want to support that way. That's cool too. And there's also merch for the channel. So if you want to get your royal family gear, you know what to do. Hit the merch link. Head on over there. Get your t-shirt. Don't buy no hoodie, because it ain't gonna be cold no time soon. But we got t-shirts, we got visors, honey. We even got onesies for the babies. So get over there and get you some royal family merch so you can represent in your green and white. Represent the royal family if you want to get your merch. We want to see you rock it. We want you to be out there, you know, repping for us. You know what I'm saying? So either way, guys, I'm going to get on up out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. If there's no more gossip, then I guess I'll be back tomorrow. But I'm going to get on up out of here for now. And remember, if nobody else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to you guys later, okay? Bye, y'all.